Good evening, everyone, and thank you very much for joining us tonight on this very special RuneScape stream, where we're going to be taking some of your favorite streamers across a D&D adventure based on the upcoming raid boss, Raksha. Raksha will be live for you all to try out on the 7th of December. So, starting off with our lovely streamers, first of all, we have Zilandraa. Zilandraa, why don't you tell us a little bit about your character tonight?
Oh, geez. My character is a cleric. He's a bit of a book nerd and has a spell book packed with spells, and we're ready to go to help our team.
Awesome.
That's what I...
So you're going to be the real support, the real heal when things go bad. You're going to be there ready to cast some healing word and make sure that things get really good.
Yes.
Perfect. EvilLucario, sorry, do beg your pardon. How about your fierce-looking fighter that you've got there?
So mine is a fighter. He doesn't really like eating. He tries to avoid as much food as possible because he doesn't really want to use the restroom a lot because it's just extremely uncomfortable for him. So he tries to avoid it as much as possible. So he's not his physique is not as like bulky as you expect from a fighter, but make no mistake, he's extremely fast and is very quick on his feet.
Axe wounds everywhere. Looking forward to it. Maikkeruu,
All right.
the Fabled Wizard.
I have a spell book. I cast spells. I shoot things. They die. It's good. That's pretty much it. I just shoot things, and I hope for the best.
Fantastic. Scardyginge, over to you. Tell us about your character and your companion, of course.
Oh, yes. So obviously I am a ranger. So hopefully what I will do is go to high places or safe places and shoot people. But that's not really how I do things. So I'll probably get up too close to monsters and get hurt a lot. And then I have my trusty bunny who will pull me to safety when needed, probably.
Perfect. And last but by no means least, the RSguyy. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your character there?
I am playing a rogue with, for no reason in particular, a terrible fear of fire. I'm planning on being super sneaky, super stealthy, and I'm going to try and not end up in Death's office.
Okay, perfect. So, just to recap, those are our 5 heroes for tonight. We're going to play D&D in a RuneScape world. So the rules are a little bit looser because D&D and RuneScape aren't an exact match, but we're going to try and make things work as best as we can. And of course, like all good adventures, this is actually going to begin in a tavern. And you are there with somebody you already know. You might have seen them on the screen. This is with Rainiger. So Rainiger has called you all together to this tavern as mercenaries within the RuneScape world. So, mercenaries, as you know, I, Rainiger, acting Archaeology Guild Master, have brought you here today to visit the island called Anachronia. Anachronia is an island stuck in time with many new and foul beasts. I want you to look into a particular temple there and bring back to me any archaeological finds of interest. Of course, the guild will pay you handsomely, and we've chartered a boat in the docks for immediate dispatch. Now, I have hired another party of so-called pot hunters, and I believe they're after treasure, not scientific research. I need you to find a vial of purple liquid I've heard about within the temple on the island. How do you feel about this adventure?
I think I'll speak for everyone that we're very interested. There's a lot of cool things to look out for in Anachronia, and definitely something to keep an eye out. Times are rough these days, so you know.
Have you been to Anachronia
Purple's
before?
a good color, as you can see.
I have been to Anachronia, but I would assume...
That,
Go ahead.
is there a delay on talking?
We've all been to Anachronia.
I apologize for talking over everyone.
No worries. I think we're all think we're all scared of that here,
It's
but
okay, guys.
basically, we've all been in Anachronia before in one way or the other, hunting down dinos of their own, but rumor has it that there are more dangerous enemies right there, aren't there?
Okay, awesome. There are many beasts in Anachronia. You'll find a lot of dinosaurs there and a lot of foul fiends. But I believe you to be up to the task as the mercenaries that I know you are. You all seem well equipped with your weapons and so forth. But be warned, this is a scholarly mission, and that vial of purple liquid must be number 1 in all of your tasks there. Now, I happen to have a boat ready for you within the docks. I would say that you make haste immediately. A captain there will take you to the island, and from there, we'll see how you get on. Please bring back anything you find to me here. Okay? So, with that point,
Okay.
Reiniger kind of sees you guys off, unless you have any more questions for them, of course.
I got one question.
No, we see.
Just as a
Sure.
curious person, would it be a terrible idea to potentially consume a small amount of whatever we find in the purple liquid? Like, could I drink it?
Certainly, it
Like,
won't
just a
be
bit
the
of it.
grape juice that you're used to. I wouldn't recommend any kind of drinking in that kind of area. Please make sure that the vial stays stoppered and bring it back here. This is only for archaeological research, you understand?
Understood.
Would it give him an unfair advantage?
I'm not sure. I've heard tales of it, but I wouldn't know. And until it's been tested, we really shouldn't be putting anything near you guys, except, of course, in the vials. And that's what you're paid for. You're not paid to consume. You're paid to bring back that vial of liquid for scientific research.
But say it gets broken, what happens then?
Well, if the vial becomes broken, I trust you to find another vial. Your mission is solely to bring that vial of liquid back to me. That has to be the key here.
Okay.
Understood.
That's good to me.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, so with that in mind, you guys head out onto a boat, onto the high seas. It's a very calming day. There's not too much problem. You guys kind of start to begin to see after half a day's travel. There's an island, and you can kind of make out Anachronia in the distance. And as soon as you guys begin to get close, a great storm kind of comes over. And it comes over the boat. But rather than a normal storm with rain flying everywhere, this time there are purple spears of lightning coming out of the skies. And they're coming all around the boat. And eventually, no matter what the captain can best do, there's a giant, one final... And a giant spear of purple lightning goes into the boat. You guys are all washed ashore suddenly, very violently. And you wake up on a beach. So we're going to skip over to the second scene now, which is a beach landing, and let's see what we can find out there for you.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay.
So before you guys start moving around, Zilandraa.
Man's eager to drink. Well, he wants the purple liquid.
The first thing that you guys see as soon as you're kind of waking up, and there's a group of 5 people who are kind of heading towards you. They don't look like they're there, and they don't look like they're up for much good. And behind them, you kind of recognize the dragon-like appearance of a Mr. Mordeaux. And he shouts out to you, "Help me, please! I beg of you, I've been captured!" And so, we are going to, without getting Scardyginge's rabbit involved, we are going to roll for initiative, guys. So, if you could locate yourselves over to the initiative, which is on the fist there, and we can see how you guys are getting on.
Oof.
So, for the guys in the chat, the guys are currently rolling their initiative. We're going to see how well everyone does. RSguyy, it's fist on the right-hand side.
Yep.
Perfect. I'm going to roll for the NPCs now, the pot hunters and the treasure fanatics. Many dice. Okay.
Okay.
Zilandra's rolled fantastically well at 38. I'm not quite sure that that's allowed, but who knows?
I think he rolled 2.
I don't know.
He added 20 to his initiative. We're going to change that. I'm not quite sure what you were doing there, sir, but we'll change that over to 18 on
already
your
hacking?
initiative there. For somebody, perhaps
Still good.
this... yes, I can see that somebody has changed their stats up to 50 for everything, Zilandraa, in fact.
Oops. I've done some training off stream.
Some training off stream. Sure, this is
You use your treasure hunter keys?
Chad training. I love it. Right, I'm going to put you down to what I think your statistics should be. Let's try and keep those below 50. That's oh my goodness.
So can I put it in
Straight
49
away.
and everything?
No. Let's try and keep our stats as they are, guys. I'm not sure how you're able to change that. But never mind, it's all good. So we'll have Zilandraa going first at 18 on the initiative roll. Let's begin combat. So Zilandraa, you've just woken up. You can see Mr. Mordo in the background. And at the moment, when I'm looking over at you, you've got access to all 5 of these combatants. How would you like to go there, sir?
Let's so what do I do?
So, in Dungeons and Dragons, you have a movement, an action, and a bonus action. As a cleric, you may want to cast a spell, or you may want to hit someone in the face with your mace. You may want to stand back and shoot from afar with your light crossbow. We talked about last night how you've got a whole wealth of spells available to you there. I think that when we were trying it out the other night, in fact, Guiding Bolt did particularly well for you, if you wanted to start off offensively, of course.
Yeah,
Or you may
unfortunately,
wish
I
to
don't
cast
have.
spells around you.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna try to do is buff my crew.
Okay.
Let's see.
So you've got, in second level, there's a fantastic spell called Aid. Aid will allow you to choose up to 3 creatures, or 3 allies, and give them an extra 5 hit points. Now, they're not going to have stats of 50 like you, Zilandraa, but they'll still be pretty good when they're able to, on the battlefield there, and I will add them those temporary hit points on. So, you can say you can cast the spell Aid, and then I can add those hit points on to your creatures.
So I click the roll.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Okay. And then they will all get the 5 hit point maximum. So, which of your 3 adventurers would you like to buff there, Zilandraa?
Let's go with Scaredy, Evil, and RSguyy, because I think Maikkeruu will attack from a distance, so he might not need the buff.
Okay.
Thanks,
So-
Zilandraa. I appreciate your
in a
help.
way,
Thank you.
we're gonna buff. You said you were gonna buff my crew, and then you buffed everybody except for my crew.
Oh no!
I have faith in our wizard. I have faith in our wizard.
I'm
It's
in
going to
your
be
debt.
good. It's going to be good. Okay, right. Would you like to make any movement or any bonus act? Let's double check. So that's your action. You now have a bonus action and movement depending on how you want to go from there.
I think for now. Yeah, I think we're good for now.
Okay. Perfect. So no movement and no bonus action. That takes us on to the next person in this particular encounter. Scardyginge, over to you.
So, are we sure that they are actually up for a fight, or are they there to welcome us?
So you've woken up and they're approaching you with spells ready, daggers out. They don't look particularly nice. They're kind of scowling towards you, like, ugh.
I mean,
You
they
can go
could
speak
be
to them if
just
you
kind
want,
of.
Gabby.
I mean, they're just kind of, maybe they're kind of like us. I mean, it's better to be on, I guess, the defensive when you're first meeting somebody.
Let's not forget that Mr. Mordeaux also said that he's been captured.
Okay, so he may be held by them. I'm not necessarily sure I want to attack per se, because I don't know if it would be worth starting the fight. You know what I mean? I think what I might do is simply deflect magic, if I can do that. Or is that only when we're in combat?
So you want to detect magic of what's around you, of who's a magic user. So magic, what it does is detect magic for the duration, which I believe is 10 minutes. You sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can then use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. So you would be able to tell if any of these guys are magic users, or if Mr. Mordeaux had any magic there.
Okay, I think I'd like to do that, because I think that would help out those who use magic as well, to see. I could probably let them know what's going on. So I think I'd like to do that.
Sure.
So let's see.
So from your spellbook, you should be able to cast if you scroll over the icon, and then you'll be able to place that template onto the battlefield and see exactly in that template where within there if there's any magic at all. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
So you can tell for sure that the two guys in the blue with the magic kind of prepared there, these fanatics, if you will, they definitely have some kind of magic around them. They're definitely they can use some kind of schools of magic to inflict harm, or perhaps put some wounds out there, cast light, various bits and bobs. They've definitely got some kind of minor magical weapon between them. So there's definitely going to be some spell casting action going on. Now, you've used your detect magic, which is your action. So you've still got bonus action if you wish to. So you could cast an ensnaring strike, for example, but you may want to save those spell slots.
I think I'm going to save them. Yeah.
You might want to hide behind a rock or something like that, just to get yourself out of range, and then maybe take a few pot shots on your next turn. Entirely up to you. You've got 35 movement feet. Each square on the map, for the sake of the chat, that's 5 foot is 1 square, so you can move up to 7 squares.
I think I'll go ahead to. Oh, good.
Like, can you move diagonally? Is that one, like, 5 foot square, or is that counting as 10 because you go side and then up?
Yeah, it's often talked about, but I will allow it one diagonal to be 5 foot. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Sorry for cutting you off, Skinny. I just wanted to check.
No, you're fine. You're fine. So I think I'm gonna actually. I can't see right here because it's blocked. I think what I'm gonna do is probably move myself kind of behind the little blacked out, or the rock that's right here, because I do believe I could probably hit them if need be.
Sure. Yeah, you can pop up and do a little jump.
Yeah. So I think that's what I'll do.
So kind of around there, maybe?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So if on your point of view now, you're absolutely right. You can't see anything in that kind of area. So that's good. So for the sake of the battlefield, I'm going to remove your detect magic. You will be able to see anything there if it pops up as a new combatant or something along those lines. So we're going to move over now to our resident rogue, the RSguyy. Over to you, sir.
Okay, here's the deal. So, Mr. Mordeaux is my boy, and we are going to have to recapture my sweet boy from the people who have captured him. What I was thinking is we could not waste any spell slots or anything here. I was thinking I could do the big sneak I could potentially, depending on how the rest of the party feels about this, try and get up behind him, try and kidnap him from the people who kidnapped him, potentially with some distraction powers from you guys. I don't know how you all feel about that, but I was thinking I'm going to get right up in there. I'm going in. I'm going to do a Zerk rotation, and I'm going to try and get up behind him.
Sounds good, yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
So if you
one thing
want
that
to-
I'd like to ask is,
Sure.
do any of us have travel distance, both us and the enemies?
Sorry,
Like,
say
is
again.
there
Do
a
any of you
maximum-
have?
Is
so-
there a maximum amount of feet we can move?
Yeah, in your sheet,
Right, fine.
you should be able to see your movement speed. So, for example, the RS guy has 30 feet. He can give up his action, so he doesn't have to attack, and he can dash, and he can essentially go 60 feet of distance. Or
Right.
alternatively, I'm not sure if you have it, but I think there's a rogue feat where you can double your kind of distance as well. But I don't think you have that quite yet. So the RS guy could give up his action, and he could move 60 feet instead.
Mm.
You're all
So
playing
I'm
it
good to
very
just
safe
move now at this
at the
point?
moment.
Because
I'm going in.
currently we don't know how strong these people are, so it's best to let them come to us and try to sneak up with a preemptive strike.
Okay. I like it. Let's see what we can do. Go for it, sir. Where would you like? Oh, sorry, that's me on pause. Do beg your pardon. Let's see if you guys
No, you're good.
can.
All right. Can I do this Can I do this one square at a time, or do I have to do it all at one go?
No, you can do it one square at a time. Yeah, that's fine. So you can use the arrow keys on your keyboard to move around, or so that's 3, 4, 5. Yep. Think that's about all your movement just there.
But
you can,
I can
if
double
you'd
it. I
like
can
to.
dash.
You can double your movement. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm dashing.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, so you can use your cunning action, so you can use a bonus action only to do your dash instead, if you like. So then you could have the opportunity, or you could use your bonus action to hide instead, if you'd like to. So you can hide behind a rock, or hide behind a piece of debris there, maybe, and get yourself into stealth, ready to attack.
Yeah, I'm in striking distance right now, so I think what I'll do is I am going to use my bonus action to hide, so that if need be next time I could jump out, grab Mr. Bodo, and then run back into a hiding spot with him, potentially.
Sure.
So yeah,
Where would
I'm
you
gonna
like
hide
to
here,
go
if
to
that's
hide?
possible.
If you hide there, you're going to be in pretty much plain sight. I would try and get behind a rock because people might recognize you. I'd have to kind of say, okay, let's see if they recognize where you're going.
I am going to try and hide behind that rock that's directly in front of me.
Sure.
Here.
Yeah, you could do that. You've got enough movement to get around there for sure. Like, round there.
Easy.
Nice.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm great in there.
Okay, so what I need you to do now, so you're going to do the hide action, yeah?
Yep.
So, okay. So hide is you will make a stealth check in an attempt to hide, and we're going to see what happens there. So could you make me a stealth check, please? So from
I
your
would love
character
to.
sheet.
Yep.
No problem. From your character sheet, double click to go onto your character sheet, and then in attributes, you've got all of your skills there. So if you can click on where it says stealth, and then click normal, and we'll see how you do.
Yep.
Ooh.
Easy.
Okay, that's a great roll. Yep, fantastic. So you've rolled a 17. We're adding on your stealth bonus there of 7. I would say, without a shadow of the doubt, you've melded into the shadows there behind those rocks. You're ready to go with the next piece of combat. Fantastic. So,
Perfect.
with that
Sounds good.
said, you guys are done. The pot hunter at first here in the orange with the turn marker on it, he's kind of seen the RS guy move around. He's not kind of sure what to do, but he's going to kind of start running in towards his nearest target. So, like you guys, he has, for the most part, 30 feet. And he gets right up close to Zilandraa, and he raises his arm high and takes a swing with his scimitar. Let's see how he does there. Okay, 11. Not so good. So, we're basing this off of your armor class, Zilandraa, which is 18. So, the pot hunter raises his scimitar back. He takes a square swing at you. A square swing at you. I know what I'm saying. And without any problem at all, Zilandraa, you raise your shield up and you manage to parry it off to one side. It's not a problem for you at all. Well done, sir. Okay, but these guys are not quite finished yet. So, the Treasure Fanatic here, the guy in the blue, he kind of moves down to you, has a look. He can make out a couple of you, and he's going to try and hold person. And he's recognized that there's another magic user there in Maikkeruu, and he's going to cast it on Maikkeruu. So, Maikkeruu, I'm going to need you to make me a saving throw on Wisdom, please.
Alright, so
you can click your token. No, you can click your token and then press the button in the chat, and then we'll see what happens here. So your character Maikkeruu, so you can click your wizard and then press the saving throw in the chat, and we'll see what happens.
Saving throw. I'm trying to find saving throw. I can't.
No, that's okay.
Where is it under?
Double click your That's okay. So in the chat itself,
yeah,
on the right hand side.
Yeah.
No, so on the chat on the right hand side, you've got hold person.
Oh, there I
see
see it. Yeah. No worries.
And then there's a saving throw button. Perfect. There we go.
Oh, great.
Oh, you failed, unfortunately. So, let's see. So, at this point, you become incapacitated as the spell takes hold. And unfortunately, that means that you're going to automatically fail any strength or dexterity saving throws. And any creatures that attack you are going to have advantage as well. So, they've kind of found out who the magic user is in the background. They've seen these white flowing robes, and they've gone, we'll go for this guy. So, you're now incapacitated, which means that you can't take actions or reactions either.
What?
With all this in mind, you can make, at the end of your turn, however, Maikkeruu, you can make another wisdom saving throw, and on a success, the spell will end on you. So, if you can, you've got to imagine that you're in a kind of, you're kind of trying to will these magical chains that are holding you down, that have incapacitated you. You've been completely hooked into place, and now you've got to try and deal with it. You've got to try and get out. You've got to try and free yourself. So, with that in mind, the Treasure Fanatic looks up at you and he just cackles towards you. But waiting in the wings is EvilLucario.
Ooh.
Oh.
So,
Alright, so
over to
they
you.
came to us. So we can finally retaliate real quickly. While the pot hunter has been trying to swipe at Zilandraa, I will make a movement to retaliate back and make a short work out of him right here. So I will attack this pot hunter next to us while he's distracted. So
Okay.
how do you attack this pot hunter then? Just
So, you in your character sheet there, you've got your axe in your inventory, your +1 great axe.
Yeah.
If you highlight over, there we go. And now you can roll the to hit button, and let's see how well you do. Okay.
Wow.
12. Unfortunately, although this guy isn't particularly well armored, you still just managed. Oh, sorry, was it was the pot hunter, wasn't it? Not the Treasure Fanatic, the guy in red. Perfect.
Yeah, the guy in red.
Just managed to hit them. They're just slightly less well armored. So you managed to hit the pot hunter full in the face with the axe. Roll for damage. Let's see how well you do.
13 damage.
Great hit. 13 points of damage. Fantastic. So the pot hunter, instantly, you see the slash go through, and as he falls down right in front of you, you pull your axe out of his body, and he falls down to the floor. That is the first kill. Well done, guys. Fantastic work.
Woo!
So we are going to pop him down as gone. Excellent stuff. Well done, EvilLucario. So, Maikkeruu, you can't do too much, except for try and make a wisdom saving throw.
Yes, I've got to try and break free of these chains.
Yeah, so if you scroll up and break free of these chains, if you scroll up a little bit in the chat, you'll be able to see your wisdom there, your wisdom saving throw. You can roll against that straight away, and we can see if you can come out of it.
How do I roll it again? Because I clicked in, it just says...
Okay, so alternatively, in your character sheet, you can just press the text where it says wisdom, and that will ask you if you'd like to roll a saving throw. Okay,
that's
fantastic. So, you are now free of the chains. However, that's your entire turn done, but it's the end of your turn in which you're able to do it. So, with that in mind, you will be free from the next turn, but we're going to move a little bit over here to the pot hunters. They're still coming at you guys. They're looking for something, but you're not quite sure what. So as one pot hunter moves across, he really can't do too much, unfortunately. He's going to try and run in and join the fray. We'll just get rid of this chap here. And he's going to take his place right in there. Kind of sees his compatriot fall. And he runs in and he's just shouting towards you that he's going to get revenge, Lucario. He's going to come after you specifically. So,
Oh no.
With that in mind. Oh no. So, we have one of the other magic users. Gets himself into range a little bit here. He's looking down at what's going on, and he's going to cast Inflict Wounds over onto Zilandraa. Let's see what happens here. So, Inflict Wounds is... Oh no, sorry, I do beg your pardon. That's a terrible mistake of me. I'm so sorry. Inflict Wounds is a melee spell. I do beg your pardon. I had that messed up with another one in my head. How silly. Instead... They are literally going to throw a dagger towards your way, Zilandraa. One moment. Of course,
I knew I could handle
not being very proficient with a dagger, it just flies off into the sea, and you hear a splash behind you. Nothing happens. Nothing at all. Absolutely fine. Well done. And the final...
Bladed dive coming in.
Let's go. Lay a dive to a different place.
Down. Get ready for the next round. So, that's the first round of combat done, guys. Let's see what we can do here. Over to Zilandraa. So you've kind of been, you've got all these guys coming around you at the moment, Zilandraa. How do you think you would deal with that?
I'm going to go after the guy that just threw a dagger at me with guiding bolts.
Excellent. Okay. So this guy here, the fanatic at the back. Perfect. Okay. Let's go for the guiding bolt. You did great when we were testing this out the other day. Did some big damage. Let's see what we can do there.
All right, let's go.
Okay, to hit +5. Oh, it's a great hit.
Nice.
Get ready for the pain. So, a flash of light comes out of your mace, streaks towards the guy in the back, and absolutely decimates him down to the floor. The guy goes down to one knee. There's radiant energy pouring all over his body. Kind of struggles back up, gets back, stands up straight, ready to go again. So, any bonus actions at all there, Zilandraa?
Let's see. No.
So you have a very large spellbook, so that's why you're kind of looking through it at the moment and seeing what you're going to use just for the chat and stuff. So, fantastic. Over to Scardyginge, who's kind of been hunkering down a little bit behind the rocks. What are we going to do there? Let's see.
All right. Well, since I can't see anything because I put myself in a safe space, but, am I really safe because I can't see anything? I think I'm going to go ahead and move out just a bit.
Sure.
Probably right next to Zilandraa, I'm thinking. Okay. I am going to... I shouldn't have moved out there, but that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and hit with...
Okay.
Let's see here. Oh boy. I'm going to hit the closest to me.
Guy in red? Yep.
Yep. Let me see here. I'm trying to find...
So is this going to be a bow attack or a sword attack?
Yeah, it's going to be a bow attack, yeah. Just
Perfect.
none of my
so you've
weapons
got your
are showing
vicious
up.
long. Oh,
Mhm.
okay. So should be in
Yep.
inventory.
Oh, I was in my bonus action, so that is why that was not working.
Ah, okay. So within the software itself, it has those filters for you guys.
It's not letting me get out of the bonus actions at the moment.
Okay.
There we go. Okay.
I will.
All right, I got it.
Perfect.
Yep. All right, so I am basically going to take my vicious longbow, and I'm going to point it directly at his face, and
Fantastic.
we're gonna go.
Oh, it looks like you've targeted some other... That's okay. Don't worry too much about that. We can get rid of
Oops.
this for the most part. It looks like you've targeted a bunch of stuff, but that's okay. Don't worry too much.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
Get rid of... That's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll make sure that you don't hit
Okay.
Mr. Mordeaux there. That's fine. So
Yeah,
you should
let's
have
not
just one
do
left
that.
in the chat now.
Yep. Okay, so... Okay, that's better.
That's great. 18
Yes.
hits, no problem at all. Roll for the
Okay.
damage. Fantastic, 8 points of damage. So you kind of sneak out behind the rock, you pull your bow back, and as an arrow lands itself square inside of the clavicle of the front pot hunter. It's not quite enough to knock the pot hunter down to the floor, but they're bleeding profusely. And you feel like one small kick might even be enough just to finish this guy off. And you guys, all around you see this, and you kind of allow a cheer as you see the action taking place a little bit more towards your kind of way. So, RSguyy in the back there, you've seen all this go on. You're quite well hidden. Over to you.
Mm-hmm. So, kind of two options here. I can either come out from behind my rock and attack the furthest back mage, or I could shoot at him as well. But I kind of think I want to just go straight after Mr. Bordeaux and get him to safety. So I don't know if I've got the
Didn't
movement
Mr.
for that.
Zilandraa
But
kill
if I have the opportunity
one
to.
at the back?
No, he's almost down. But
Oh, really? Okay. So
but how do you check?
There was
18. I have so much
HP?
HP.
There was an extra mob that Zilandraa did kill. However, you wouldn't have been able to see that because you were chained at the back, unfortunately, Maikkeruu, so you didn't have it within your line of sight.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
So although for the guys in chat, although
bad.
you can see what's essentially the GM point of view and you can see everything, the guys themselves, for their characters, they only have access to what's in their point of view from their game, so they can only see certain things behind the rocks. And so while Maikkeruu was back there, he didn't necessarily see the other guy being thwarted so well there by Zilandraa. So, and EvilLucario, of course, dealing with things together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm gonna
sorry.
help the team out. I'm gonna come up from under my rock, and if at all possible, I'm going to use my rapier, which because it's a finesse weapon, I can roll with dexterity instead for strength,
That's
and
right.
I'm going
Should
to
do that
attack
automatically.
from behind, assuming he can't see me. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna run out and do that if possible.
Sure, go for it. There you
Hey,
go.
so I'm gonna get up behind him like that.
Perfect. Yeah, lovely. Okay. Let's roll to hit. Let's see what happens.
Alrighty.
A 15 is a hit, sir. Fantastic. Let's roll for damage.
Easy. Let's do it. I'll see you later.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's a great hit. What we're going to do is we're going to play this out a little bit for you guys. So, you guys from you're kind of watching the battlefield, and you kind of, because you work with the RSguyy quite a lot in your mercenary camp, you see him kind of come up, and you see this guy, and he looks like he's just about to ready a spell, and before you get to do anything else, you just see his rapier appear from out of this rival treasure hunter's, or this rival pot hunter's chest, and the rapier comes out, it slides up, and he pulls out, and the guy falls flat on the floor, onto the sand. No health points left. Well done, sir. Excellent kill. So he's gone from the battlefield as well. So,
Let's go.
over to the treasure hunter. So the treasure hunter's looking around. He's kind of seen that some of his compatriots have gone, and he's going to try and pull out some big guns. With that in mind, he's going to cast Inflict Wounds. Did who just die?
What?
Eddie's like disappeared.
That or she might have like. Yeah, I don't see her on the screen.
Oh, yeah, I'm not on there.
Let's add you back in.
I'm
That's
fine.
quick for you to sort out. Is that better?
Yeah, we're there.
Turns out,
Okay.
our guy didn't delete just one person off the face of the earth.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
he slapped that guy so hard, slapped Scardyginge.
Maikkeruu is having fun in the background.
Easy
again.
clear.
I'm sure that's what it is.
I
Okay,
flew into
so-
the book.
My bad. Sorry about
Um,
that. We'll,
let's
better next time.
let's see what's going on here. So, we have got this this treasure hunter here. He's going to cast inflict wounds onto EvilLucario. So because it's a melee spell, we're going to roll to hit. Oh, and it does hit.
Ooh.
This is not going to be nice. Let's see what happens.
Ooh.
Okay, 10 points of damage.
Nasty,
Right,
nasty.
so as the blade comes through your thigh there, EvilLucario, you feel like the kind of necrosis as parts of your skin begin to rot down there, and you kind of feel everything in pain, like you've never kind of felt before. And unfortunately, yeah, you've lost 10 hit points. So,
Oof.
there we go. That should be updated on your character sheet now, so we can take a look at that. But of course, as soon as the hit happens, you get your chance to get back in and deal some damage again.
How do you check health points on other foes and everyone else, basically?
You can ask me how they look if you'd like me to. I can explain to you how they look. So, for example, the guy on the left that Scardyginge attacked, very last legs, like bleeding profusely everywhere. The other two guys look like they haven't even taken a scratch yet.
Hmm. Well, he's gonna. Well,
If
if we get the jump on him, he won't be able to do anything. So I will try.
I have an AoE spell, Luca, so leave him because I can AoE all
Okay.
three. So if you hit another one,
Okay.
I can then kill that guy.
Then I will. The Treasure Fanatic seems a bit more dangerous, so I'll have to try to whittle him down while you AoE all three of these at once.
Mhm.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right, then I shall roll the Great Axe to hit the Treasure Hunter right here.
Perfect. Gotcha. So the blue guy in front of you.
Yes, I will attempt to swipe at him.
Lovely. Love to hear it. Okay,
And
24.
now-
That's a great hit.
Ooh.
Let's roll for damage.
Let's see how this goes. Ooh.
Okay, that's a great
13.
roll too. 13 points of damage. You bring your great axe up, and you kind of knock him on the chin with the flat of the blade, and at the same time cut through some of his lower jaw. It's a great hit, but he's still standing and he's still ready to go in a fight. You two are kind of locked in this epic battle right now. Love it. Right, over to Maikkeruu. Maikkeruu, first chance to do some real damage.
Yay!
Come on,
I can
no
shoot
longer chained.
fire. I don't. It's I can finally do my AoE boy. So I'll cast Phantasmal Force, and I will cast that on the 3 people. So the one that Luca damaged, the one that Scardy damaged should both die if I can roll okay, and then the one in the middle will take some damage as well. I'll make them all go insane.
Okay. Let's see what happens. So
Hey,
let's have your
nice, there
damage
we go.
first. 6 points. That's maximum damage. Love to see it. And we've got that template out there, so that shows us who's been hit. Fantastic. Well done, sir. Let's get some saving throws on the go here. So, first of all, the guy on the left, let's see how well he does. Mr. Injured. It's save, I'm afraid. So, unfortunately, nothing doing, I'm afraid. Let's try the middle guy. Mr. Unscratched.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, guys. This is okay. The end guy, 6 points of damage, and remember, of course, that if he's still there every turn, it's going to take that damage. So it's a dot as well. So every round, it's going to do it within that area. So these guys are going to have to move, but of course, they're all locked in combat with you, so they might provoke an opportunity attack if they try and move out of that. So worth remembering. So, the guys who are at the front lines now, the guy in the middle kind of looks up, grabs his scimitar, goes red in the face. You can tell it's fight or flight time. He can't run because he's in combat with you guys, and he can't hit EvilLucario either. He's missed completely. You've just absolutely sidestepped as this guy slashes his sword down. You step to one side, it's no problem at all. Excellent work. Okay.
Good.
Next pot hunter, again, locked in combat. Still locked in with Zilandraa. He's going to go for it again against Zilandraa. Oh, another failure. Zilandraa, you're able to easily once more bat off this scimitar with no problem. Just swipe across, bang, poof, done. No problem at all. Okay, and so we're going to move over. Now, before we do that, it's worth mentioning that, you guys, you're pretty close to defeating these guys at the moment. So, up to you where you go from there. You've got one right in front of you, Zilandraa, who could easily die. You could more or less kick him down, no problem at all. The blue guy to the right, pretty much, not so good. And then the guy in the middle looks like he's on full health. Over to you.
EvilLucario is 10 HP down from what? How much?
From 33. So I'm 23 out of 33.
I'm wondering, I can either heal you, or do you want me to attack? What do you think of Evil?
Let's do a
Luca,
all-out attack.
You probably want to juice the relic, no?
I think you could.
Yeah, let's try to go for all-out assault and destroy all these enemies before they have even a slight chance of doing any actions. So, if you and RSguyy could, you could try taking out the Treasure Fanatic as soon as possible. So
you have a bonus action spell called Healing Word, which you could use on your bonus action, and then you have an attack to use normally. So you could cast a small heal with Healing
Okay, so
Word.
let's do that.
Yeah,
let's do that. So I'm going to use Guiding Bolt again. I'm going to go after. You said what was the HP levels of these guys? One is almost down.
The left is almost down.
Almost.
Same for the guy on the right, it seems.
The guy in the middle hasn't even been touched.
Right.
Okay, let's go after the guy that's almost down. So, we ready to cast, to throw my bolt?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's go.
Let's see how it goes. Guiding Bolt. Which one is this you're aiming at? It's a great hit.
The one right in front of me, I think.
Lovely.
I think it's the one right in front of me.
That's destroy him, no problem. But let's see how much you can roll. Big damage.
Oh my god, there's so
decent.
many guys.
Good enough.
13, yeah, absolutely. So this guy, to lift the lid off a little, he had 1 hit point left. You've absolutely obliterated him. Radiant damage fills him from your guiding bolt, and the guy almost explodes everywhere onto the beach. There's nothing left at all apart from his dagger on the side of the sand there. Even his scimitar's warped, with his warped into two, like kind of bent round, unusable for the future. So, over to you. Let's. Did you want to cast your healing word there, Zilandraa?
I do.
Okay, let's see how you get on. Let's see how much you can heal up EvilLucario for. Okay. Roll away, sir. Six points of healing. It's pretty good.
It'll do.
Okay.
Not bad.
For that,
It will do.
that's one off the maximum. So, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Lucario, you kind of feel like this healthy energy starts fading through, and you can kind of see the cuts where you were cut through previously on your thigh. They start healing up magically. There's no issues there, really. A few cuts and scrapes, but nothing too bad. So, back to the TheRSguyy, flanking over there.
So, I think that I've got a lot of faith and trust in my party. It's not our first rodeo. I think they've got this pretty well handled on the combat side. So I think what I want to do is I want to run up to Mr. Mordo by myself without the rest of my party and see if he would be willing to impart any super secret knowledge about the Shadow Colossus of Orthen on me, if there's anything that I can convince him to tell me about it without the rest of my party there.
Okay. So are you going to shout over to him from where you are, or are you going to run up to him? How are you going to do this?
I'm gonna go right up to him.
Okay.
And then I am going to attempt to convince him to tell me everything. With, I guess that'd be a charisma roll? Or intelligence roll? Or, I don't know.
Let's have a look. So why don't you ask him? Why don't you? We'll role play this out a little bit. Why don't you say to him exactly what you want to know, and I'll let you know how this goes, down.
Ooh, okay. First off, how are you? Are you all right? Are you safe? Are you in any amount of anguish after being captured?
Okay, and remember that a turn in Dungeons and Dragons is 6 seconds, so you've got 6 seconds to kind of speak to this guy.
In that case,
and see what you'd like to.
Okay, I've heard that there's a Shadow Colossus on Orthen, and I was wondering if you had any information of what it attacked with.
No idea at all. Would you like a cheese sandwich?
I would love one. Thank you so much.
He passes you a small cheese sandwich. Go in there and fight, man. Come on, fight! Kind of presses you onwards.
Thank you so much for your time.
To your adventure.
It was worth a shot.
That was very polite. It's very polite. Well done.
Of course. Of course.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so at that point in my
you've still
turn,
got some movement left.
Yeah,
if you'd like to.
be... But likely don't have an action. So I couldn't pull out my short bow and shoot at somebody, potentially.
You used your action to talk to somebody, so yeah, if you wanted to do something, it would have to be a bonus action at this point. Which is to say that you
I'm good to call it there then.
Okay. So you could, as a rogue, you have something called a cunning action aim, which is where you could carefully aim your next attack. So you would give yourself advantage on your next attack roll on your next turn. So you could ready, you have a short bow, so you could ready the short bow and have it aimed ready to go against one of the guys there if they're not killed on this round of combat.
I don't think they're going to make it another round, so I am going to, I'm just going to stand pat and hang out and eat my sandwich with Mr. Mordo.
Perfect. Love it. Very good.
Good.
No action today. Fine. And he pulls out a small blanket and you guys sit down and eat cheese sandwiches. Fantastic. Well done.
Beautiful.
Truly the role-playing experience we all came for today. Scardyginge, over to you.
All right. So what I was planning on doing was shoving my little short sword into Mr. Blue Guy over there. But since the one on top of Lucario was on top of him, hasn't been touched, I think that I am going to go ahead and instead also shoot him in the face with my longbow, just to at least get him down a little bit. So I am, for some reason, all of them are still selected, and I think that has to do with the
you
spell
can
from
right
earlier.
click and then press the I think you're right with the detect magic, so it's got them selected for you. That's fine. We'll get rid of some and we'll just do the normal kind of roll. It's absolutely fine. Go for it and we'll get rid.
There you go.
Perfect. There you go.
Okay, and so here goes nothing. Oh man.
Well, that's against the pot hunter, right?
Yep.
The guy in the red. That's a hit.
Mhm.
Just,
Oh,
but it
is
is a hit. You kind of just managed to flick into the arm, the arrow there. No problem. Roll for damage. Let's see how we go.
Ooh.
Wow.
Damage.
Okay, great hit. So with one single arrow, you kind of turn around thunk, easily, and the guy instantly falls back onto his back, straight down onto the floor. So, with that in mind, we're going to remove them from the combat. Great kill. Let's see what happens next. Any further actions or bonus actions or any
That'll end
movement at all?
that'll end it for me.
Lovely. Okay, so we are going to carry on now to the Treasure Fanatic. The Treasure Fanatic's looking around him, not quite sure what's going on, and he's going to try and run away. All of his compatriots have been killed. So he's currently in combat with EvilLucario. So he's going to try and get out of the way. With that in mind, going to run back here. So before he can take another step, exactly so, but first, we're going to run EvilLucario's opportunity attack.
Mm-hmm. So, wait, do I get to move?
No, so you get to make a normal attack with your axe. So as if you were making an attack with your axe, you just do that. And so the idea is that the guy's running away from you, but he's locked in combat. So you get a free hit on them without it being your turn.
Oh, so I hit this?
Yep, absolutely. Roll to hit, sir.
So, to catch him off guard, I'll decide to bring out my whip and try to knock him to the ground before he can do anything else. So I'll roll for the accuracy.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
16.
That's a hit. Yeah, roll for the damage.
And now, on for the killing blow if possible. 7.
Okay. So before the guy gets any chance to move any further, you manage to knock him down with the whip, and the wounds that are poured just manage to pull him apart ever so slightly, and he just falls unconscious. And that is the battle won, guys. You've managed to defeat all the fanatics and the pot hunters. Well done. So,
EvilLucario whipped their ass.
literally, and to be fair, if he hadn't, I'm sure that the magical effect would have then taken, and we would have added that in as well, because that should have been added in earlier, really. So, with that, combat is won. You all look over to Mr. Mordo, who for some reason is sitting down eating cheese sandwiches with the RSguyy, and he looks over to you and, oh, good show, good show, fantastic, yes. I say, thanks for saving me. My glasses nearly got broken. I dare say that my old pal Rainiger sent you here to look at the temple, yes? Well, if you head through that cave, the temple is just due north. But be warned, there's some deep rumblings and strange purple lights inside. So kind of looks over to you guys. Are you going, or do you have any questions about it, or what's going on here? I'm sure I'll be fine.
The lights, it's stuff
I'm
for
like
Zilandraa,
so I can't really have.
Straight route A, bang, I'm off.
Let's go. I'm ready.
Also, I'm lactose
Absolutely.
intolerant. I'm lactose intolerant,
Oh.
so cheese sandwiches are a no-go for me.
Absolutely.
Luca, there
Let's
wasn't
not
one for you
roleplay
anyway.
that
It was
part.
just for the two of us, you know.
Oh,
was
good.
kind of
I
a
don't
special
need.
thing.
I don't need to.
I mean, you're gonna know food at
Okay.
No, that was just for my
Yes,
sweet plan, unfortunately.
I will live without any food. Support me
Sure.
to the way.
So I'm gonna load you guys into the next map here, inside the temple. So you come upon this this giant temple. There's a small gap, maybe 3-4 kind of blocks higher up. You kind of go in, you look up, you look down. There's a 45-degree slope. What the heck? This is what we're here for. You see all these purple lights kind of emitting, and this giant grate on the floor. And so we're gonna load you guys in now, and see what you think.
Ooh.
So
Holy.
you guys
There's a mirror.
think you should be coming over now. He says.
Any moment soon.
So we're gonna just pause quickly.
Is
So
Zilandraa
you guys,
also run off?
Zilandraa, get back here.
Oh boy.
So you guys, you come into this giant temple. In the center, there's this huge grate, and there's a deep kind of purple rumbling from over there. Now, you can kind of see everything going on. For some reason, on the west side, there's this giant, almost like dragon-like statue with an orange beam shooting straight out of him. The orange beam jumps to a mirror, and then up to another mirror, and into the wall. On the other side of the temple is exactly the same statue, but it looks like a receiving statue. So, for this whole puzzle, it's all going to be based on combat. So, I would like you all to roll a new initiative, please.
Oh, finally some
Nice.
luck.
Ooh.
Wait.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm fine. Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
From the
finally.
unluckiest
That's
to
an
the
athlete.
luckiest.
Oh, easy.
Congratulations.
This pretty much lines up with me usually anyway, so I'm okay with it.
Well, Maikkeroo's got our first natural 20 of the day. Well done, sir.
Lucky.
And what the mirrors that you can see in front of you, where these beams are, they look like they can be moved 90 degrees, so that the beams can either go one way or the other, in north to south or east to west kind of direction.
I've
every
done
turn,
Morning's End
just
part
to-
many times. So this is
I understand. So no pressure here, guys. But the team of guys in the service guys in Jagex did this puzzle, and they did it really quickly, like really quickly. So no pressure at all. Let's see how you guys can get on with this. So, initiative level 20 after the RS guy, the puzzle room is going to take a turn as well. You guys will see exactly what happens there, and we'll see how it goes. So, over to Maikkeruu first.
I have 35 feet of movement, or 30 feet of movement, right?
You have 30 feet of movement or 6 squares, but you can use your action to dash if you so wish. You will be able to use an action to turn a mirror if you so wish, and if you start your turn next to a mirror, I will allow you to also use your bonus action to take a second turn at moving it if you fail on the original action.
Okay, so this purple-looking thing looks like a teleporter of some sorts or something. So it probably would make
It's
sense
just
if I
a
was
light
to
source.
run in there.
It's just a brazier.
Oh.
There's no teleport. I'll let you guys know now. There's no. You were
I guess I
hoping.
just
I
need
know,
to.
I know.
Ooh,
I guess
where
I
does
need
this
to
go?
try and find where the light is going. So I need to go over to the far west, right? Because that's where it was emitting from.
Sure.
So I'll move. So 1 diagonal, 2 diagonal, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I can dash, right? And that does 2 lots of that.
Yep. So you can move another 6. Yeah, for sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A dead person.
Looks like
So I
doesn't look very friendly in here, that's for sure. So, that's more or less your turn, I think, unless you're gonna cast.
yeah,
a
I
spell
can't
or
do anything else.
with a bonus action.
I don't really have any
So-
spells for bonus actions, so yeah.
no,
I'm
as a
good.
wizard, it's all kill, kill, kill. I expect.
Yeah, I just shoot things. See.
So, over to the RS guy.
I've got a comms question here. So Maikkeruu has gone off he's going towards the source of the beam, and we're obviously going to be directing the beam to the endpoint, which is all the way far east. If he were to tell me from far away to direct a mirror a certain way, would that work? Would he be able to communicate that over a distance?
Yeah, he would have a
would
free
we have
action
get
to
closer
shout
each other?
something. Yep, you can have
Okay,
a free
perfect.
action to shout something on his turn. Sure.
So if he's going towards the source, I think other people, because there were some dead bodies around there, I think people who are good in combat, like Luca, for example, should push that way with him as well to try and get to the source point. I'm going to try and find the exit point. So I'm going to go the opposite direction. I'm going to move towards the east or the northeast to try and find
Sounds good to me.
the statue
And I'll
that
follow
looks
him
like the
along.
receiver. Sounds good. All right, let's do it. So I'm going to do my dash as well so that I can move 12 squares, and I'm going to move
Sure.
yeah, northeast. Oh, another dead body.
hmm
And I'm gonna keep going. Is that the endpoint in front of me?
So the
Or no?
the end
No.
point is just. Can you see my cursor here on the east? The second angel, just here.
Yeah.
Yep. So that'll be your end point.
Perfect.
It looks very
Right.
similar to the starting point.
Perfect. All right. That's well,
Okay.
that's my movement, and then
Sure. So at this point, the temple's going to take a turn. Let's have a quick look here. So for the temple, we're going to roll a d8. We're going to see what happens.
2.
Okay. So at the north point, at the far north point, you guys hear a small shrill, like a and a small dinosaur kind of appears. We're going to add this dinosaur into combat, and not the mirror that it stood on. Let's bear with me 1 second, guys. Let's move that, and let's roll the Ripper in. Okay, so the Ripper won't get a turn now. It rolled really well, but it won't get a turn now until the next round of combat. That's fair, I think. So, with that in mind, we're going to move on to EvilLucario.
I'll have to join Maikkeruu here, so I'll just make my way to join him as soon as possible.
Mhm.
I think I moved like 2 squares currently. 3, 4,
Yep.
5.
Yep.
This is as far as I can go.
So you
Or one
can
more
move
square.
six squares in a turn as your normal movement, and if you want to forsake your action, you can then have it so that you can double your movement. Sorry, so you can move 60 feet or 12 squares.
Okay, so I will go a bit more north again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have a better idea of where things are. I see 2
Mhm.
dead bodies here. That does not look pleasant at all. But we'll have to keep an eye out for whatever awaits us in the shadows.
Sure.
And
Perfect.
I will end my turn.
Okay, so over to Scardyginge. So as a ranger, you actually have 35 feet of movement. So you have a little bit extra Scardyginge, so you're able to move 7 or 14 if you double.
Okay, so I am going to go ahead and just skip on over to where the RSguyy is. So that's 3, 4, 5, and then 6. I'll just move. I'll just move 1 more up this way. It's not letting me move now. There we go. Okay, so think I'm pretty good here. I see a dead body, a few mirrors, but it looks pretty safe here.
Okay, perfect. And finally, Zilandraa, over to you.
Do we know the size of the room in?
So every
squares or
square
whatever?
is 5 feet. So you've got to think that this is maybe, I don't know, 150 by 200 feet wide. And there's a large grate in the middle, which is 30 by 30 feet, roughly.
Okay, and what's my movement range? 30 feet?
You can move 30 feet in one turn, or you can give up your action and move 60 feet in one turn.
Okay. Because what I was thinking about doing was casting Detect Evil and Good. Maybe more, but I don't know if that's gonna... I think the room might be too big for that.
What are you trying to do here? Let's talk it through. So what was the goal?
Well, everybody else was exploring the room, and I wanted to see maybe if there's any enemies or anything like that around.
Sure. Yeah, you
I
can
don't know.
definitely
Is that
see if
maybe a
there's
good
any
strategy?
Kind of, I would say save your spell slots. I would say for there seems to be a small dinosaur which you've heard of come in from the north. It might be better to save your spell slots to heal up, or you can use your strength to kind of push round mirrors, that kind of thing. So I would say to save your spell slot for now, for sure.
I don't think we know enough yet to start pushing a mirror.
Oh.
What do you guys think? Or are they not allowed to talk to me?
You can have a free action to discuss. Yeah, you can have a free action.
Well,
I'll allow that.
I honestly think that's a good call to see how the mirrors move.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
What's a good call?
See how the mirrors
what do you mean?
move
Mess
exactly?
with the mirrors and see exactly.
Oh,
how
to
they
move them, just to move one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then let's move
realistically,
a
what's
mirror.
the worst that could happen?
Oh, we trigger a trap and we all die.
I only see
you never
two
know.
mirrors in front of me.
I mean, true. Although you never know could also apply to that, you know?
So I think that, like as an example, there, one of the things that you could do is you could try and head off the Velociraptor that's in the north, as an example, because that's got your guiding bolt has a large range on it of 120 feet, so you should be able to actually get within range of it. So the Ripper dinosaur that's up there.
But then, am I still? If I attack, then I'm not going to be able to move a mirror because I used my turn, right?
Correct. Yeah. So it's all about. So the whole point of this puzzle is who's going to be dealing with the mirrors, who's going to be dealing with the dinos, like the Ripper, and how we're going to deal with both things. Now, one of the things, Zilandraa, that you've noticed on the floor there is that these dead bodies that you keep seeing, they've all got laser-shaped holes through their chests. So you presume if you get in the way of any lasers as well, you're going to have a little bit of trouble.
Okay.
I myself am in a predicament then, since I am surrounded by mirrors.
Yes,
And that's the whole point of the puzzle. So as you guys continue through this, you'll kind of see that things get more and more difficult, and you've got to kind of place things around. You've got to try and slide underneath lasers on the same turn. So yeah, without taking too much away from it, let's see how you guys get on.
Oh boy.
I mean, if you wanted to, Zilandraa,
Okay, so
you could try and just move the mirror to your west there and see what happens.
well, I was going to ask: are we not allowed? We're not really allowed to talk to our team, right?
I'll allow it for
We
the
already
sake
used
of the
our
puzzle. It's
free-
absolutely fine. Yeah, you can have a free action
Okay.
to kind
Okay.
of discuss.
Do you
it a
guys-
bit more.
Do you guys want me to attack one of the enemies we have here, or move a mirror still?
If
I think the
it
enemy's
were
like really
me,
far
I would
away.
say
I would say you can attack
enemies
it for now.
far-
We need
were
to figure
told
out
how
the
mirrors
objective.
move.
Yeah.
We do need to figure out the
So
objective.
I think
of
we
the
know
room.
what the objective is.
So,
The objective
Just
of
like-
the room is there's a laser on the top left-hand side of the room. And it's literally going to be Morning's End where we need to guide that laser to the one on the far right-hand side. So I think how it's going to have to work is we're going to need to all be sort of staggered in our vision range, and then we're going to have taking turns moving mirrors to get the beam over to the next person over in the chain.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
I don't think it's
in this-
worth moving one of these mirrors that are near me.
Yeah, so we know how they
Yeah.
move too, because they move 90 degrees. Like, it's just going to be objects that are going to go down in straight lines every time. So I think, honestly, we're probably, unless you see a mirror that you think would have to move a certain way to continue moving the beam to the top right-hand side of the room, I don't think there's any point moving it. And I think it's fine to just either attack or sort of keep moving to position yourself sort of in between the send point and the receiving point.
So
Well, then
where
so
me
I
and
have two.
Luca
I have
are,
two.
we can see- There's a delay on the chat-in, sorry.
Who's
So
who wants to talk?
I was just gonna say,
Go
with me and Lucario at the top left, that's where it
Right.
it starts, and there's a beam on the mirror, and it's going upwards. Does it hit another mirror where you are, Luca, or does it can you see it hitting another mirror, or is it going off your screen? 'Cause I can't
So in the top left of northwest of where I am, there is a mirror that goes like can you see a mirror that just goes north? I'm sorry, a beam that goes just
Yeah.
north. Okay, so it goes right after it. So it goes.
So it hits
to
another
the-
mirror.
It hits another mirror and it heads to the right, basically.
So
I-
then,
I think you guys should
The
just
guys
follow the
in-
beam
So,
and keep
So
directing it.
right here,
Yeah.
there's a mirror right here. Where
Okay.
So for
my
the guys,
where my
that
cursor is,
now.
that's
guys only
Yeah,
have
yeah,
a
yeah.
certain amount of light that they can see, so they can't necessarily see the whole map that you guys are seeing on Twitch at the moment. They've only got a certain point of view. So, for example,
Right.
where Lucario is, he's only got so much light that he can see within the temple. So it's a case of they're going to have to talk to each other to kind of guide the lasers as well, and a little bit of communication. While they have fog
Thankfully,
of
we
war,
can
so they
circumvent
can
that.
where they've previously been.
we can
fine.
circumvent that by having everyone go into every single corner, so we can just see immediately without having to communicate. But that will waste around 2 or so turns.
And do we have to be
So
next
that
to the
is
mirror
completely
to turn
fine.
it?
Oh, good
Probably,
question.
most likely.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
It's just that if you
Yeah, I
want
assume
to
you
have
to
a
push
very
it.
easy way of doing it.
So I have 2 actions I can do, right? I can move and attack.
Yeah, so you have a movement, action, bonus action. If you want to give up your action to move twice to get double the movement speed, you're absolutely fine too.
But I don't have a attacking I don't have an offensive bonus action. I don't think.
For offensive, you have healing
What
word,
I-
sanctuary, shield of faith, and spiritual weapon. So spiritual weapon is offensive because it causes a magical weapon of your choice. So you could cast for a spiritual mace to come up within a certain area within 60 feet of you, and that mace would then attack what you wanted it to attack.
But is that all within the same turn, or is that multiple?
Yep. So that's a bonus action. So you could use your action
Okay.
to move twice and then cast your spiritual weapon. And then your spiritual weapon, I've always thought of it as kind of handling itself. And although it takes a bonus action for it then to hit, so you've then got to think that in your normal turn, you're going to have a spiritual weapon attacking and your own weapon, or your spiritual weapon and a spell.
Okay, because what I want to do, I want to move more into the center of the room. I think
Yeah.
because we have our team split on the left and the right. I want to move more into the center of the room and then attack one of these. I think we have 2 creatures in the room with us. I want to attack
Ripper.
one of them. Ripper. Okay. So I can move 30 squares, or
You can move 30 feet, which is 6 squares, so each square is 5 feet.
6 squares. Oh, I can't move very far then, huh? But I can move twice and still use my bonus action, right? So I can move 12.
Absolutely correct, yeah.
All right, so let's move 12 north. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 12, and then let's use my spiritual weapon on the Ripper.
Okay.
Ready to roll?
So you can cast that 60 feet away from you. So if you want to cast it, I'll place it down next to the Ripper for you. That's no problem. I'd imagine you'd be able to just about make out the Ripper in the top north there. So if you cast your spiritual weapon, I'll place it for you. And I think on the first turn it does get an attack as well. So you're all good. So we can make a normal melee attack for you.
All right.
So pop it in the chat and let's see how you do. Okay. So I am going to pop it down as a small template onto there for you so you can see where it is. Bear with me 1 second. So we'll just mark it with an X there, and then we know where that is. Roll the to hit, sir.
I have on my screen. I have the like attack. The attack. I have like the spell on my screen. Should I just ignore that? Or do I have to place
is it us? No, you can press place. I'll place the measured template for you. That's fine, because it's just about there. You go. Perfect, and then we can move that up for you, and then all you need to do is roll to hit, and then we can roll the damage, the force damage for you.
Oh,
okay.
ouch.
Unfortunately, it's a little bit unlucky, but it does stay there. So although you see this hammer, this blue hammer, kind of appear out of nowhere, and the Ripper kind of sidesteps out, and it's able to avoid this hammer. It's kind of looking over like that, kind of scared out of its wits as this spiritual hammer's appeared out of nowhere and tried to smash it down, turn it into mincemeat. But it will stay there. So if or when the Ripper tries to move, again, the spiritual weapon, I believe, does get a free attack on it. So we'll see how that goes. We'll play it out like that. Your spiritual weapon will stay there. So essentially what you've done there as well, Zilandraa, is you've created a pinch point, because anything that comes into that point now from the temple is going to be able to attack, and we're going to see what happens there. So that's your turn now. Zilandraa, you're on the grey at the moment, correct? No, you didn't.
I don't roll damage,
so no damage.
Okay.
No damage this time because you didn't.
Yeah, I'm on the grey.
But okay? So underneath you can see a kind of blue-purple humming, like a, and it's as if something giant and great is snoring underneath you, sound asleep. Over to Maikkeruu.
Alright, so in my inventory, I have a torch. It's a bonus action to use my tinderbox. So can I use my tinderbox to light my torch to get a bigger vision?
Yes, or you could cast light on yourself, which you have as a cantrip in your spellbook.
Light. Spellbook. Light. Yeah. So is that an action though?
That is an action, yeah. But so would be touching a torch, and obviously you would then have to use your torch.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, you
the
wouldn't have a
bonus
weapon.
action is only for lighting it. Right,
yes.
Right, yeah.
So, what I'm saying is, if you have that, you don't then have your quarterstaff in your hand in case of melee. So it's kind of a toss-up.
Mm-hmm.
So you could use it. You could use a bonus action to get the torch, but then the torch is going to do. Let's see how much light it'll give you. 20 foot, and then 20 foot of dim as well. So you will see your movement increase significantly. Up to you entirely. So you can either use an action to cast light on your quarterstaff and still use it, or you can light a torch and have it there, and then you'd be able to say use a dagger or something along those lines, kind of thing, if you've got one.
I'll cast light.
Up to you then.
The spell.
Okay. Sure. So you don't need to make a dexterity saving throw. That's only if it's so say you cast light on a goblin and it had a sword, you could cast it on that to try and stop it hitting its sword and essentially blinding it. But what we're going to do now is we're going to change your token so that it emits a little bit of light. So let's do.
Can I cast it on any object?
Yeah, anything that you can see.
Oh wow.
Ooh, nice.
So you're emitting
can I cast it
wherever you go now. Well, go on, sorry.
So would it be better for me to cast it on like one of the mirrors and then make that mirror emit the light, so when others go near it, it also emits it for them?
It can, but of course, as you're moving through, you might be finished with one section of the map, and then you're going to need the light on the other section of the map, if that makes sense. So entirely up to you. You can cast it on that, but it depends on where you want to go and what you want to do within there.
So that was one action, so I still have more movement if I want it.
Yeah, you can move normally and make a bonus action.
Okay, so I'll do... I'll move up to see where the other light goes to, and whether I can rotate that. So I'll move 1 up there, 2, 3.
And what you're doing when you're doing this is EvilLucario will now be able to see better as well, because you're emitting that light.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so
other people can see the bottom left part now, right? Can you see it?
Yeah,
there,
we can all see the
or-
bottom left.
Yeah, we can see
Alright,
it.
cool. Cool.
So where Maikkeruu is, he's emitting this light. He's the light source kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think what we need to do is we need to flick that light that's to the north, and face that downwards to the other one, and then push that over, because then there's another light near Zil that can then go upwards and stuff. We can push it around that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
The one thing I would say, Maikkeruu, is I would move from that space, because if anybody moves that mirror north of you, you are going to get zapped through the chest.
I've moved 4. I've moved 4 actions to find where that light was, so I still have two more squares that I can move. So if Lucario would go up to rotate that one, like in his next turn, I can get ready to like potentially rotate another one that might be to the side. So if I go like here.
Yeah. And don't forget, if you start your turn next to a mirror, you get 2 turns at trying to push it.
Right. And my bonus action, can I do that to do another movement? Like do the sprint?
No, so it's an action which allows you to do that, so not a bonus action, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't
think
really
you
have any
knew that,
bonus
really.
actions as a wizardy boy. Yeah. I mean, you want to move... if I could move forward, you know what I'm saying? That'll be my turn.
Yeah, I've got you. Okay, so at this point, the Ripper gets a turn. So let's see what's going to happen here. So it's going to try and 30 feet. It's just going to try and run to the closest thing, which means that
Oh boy.
can't take an action there, but it's managed to close the gap to Maikkeruu. However, the spiritual weapon of Zilandraa gets a free hit.
Ooh.
Do you want to roll? Can you roll a
Ooh,
d20
not
for me,
bad.
Zilandraa? So the dice at the bottom.
Get him, Zil. Kill him for me.
Where it
You should see
says
some
next
dice at the
to
bottom under the chat. Just above roll the last single dice. If you just rolled a standard d20, we'll be able to add the bonus on and work it out for you from there. So you've got at the bottom -0 plus advantage, disadvantage roll. Just above the roll button, there's a line of dice. The second to the right is the d20 dice. If you can roll that and then press enter in the chat, it'll put the formula in for you. And we'll see how that gets on. Okay, 8. So we're adding 5. No, because you've got your bonus as well. So we're adding 5, so that's a hit. So now what I need you to do is to roll the damage, which is 1d8 plus 3. So if you can roll the d8, which is the third to the left, and then we'll add 3, you could, in effect, knock the Ripper out before it even gets to Maikkeruu at this point.
Save me.
Hey, you do. In one hit, your spiritual weapon, which you've placed there, manages just to knock down on the Ripper's head, straight onto the floor, everywhere. Maikkeruu is saved by Zilandraa. Love it. Perfect. Good work, guys. So,
Goodbye.
over to
Bonk.
the RS guy.
Okay, so here's
Easy
what I'm thinking.
work.
You guys are sort of toward the left-hand side. We're going to obviously have to be rotating the mirrors from there. That's where the beam starts. But I think we should be able to also complete the puzzle from the other side as well. Because you should be able to tell, like, as soon as I can get to the out point, assuming nothing kills me there, we should be able to start. Scardy and I should be able to start rotating mirrors this way as well, so that if you can get the beam halfway, the back half we can get that completely done as well, or we should be able to. So I think I'm going to keep moving towards the end point here, and then if I have the opportunity to, I'm going to keep rotating mirrors. Quick question though, can I light my torch at some point, and how many extra squares of vision range does that give me?
So lighting a torch gives you, similar to Maikkeruu, the light the Maikkeruu cast. You then have a torch in one hand, a rapier in the other. So for you, it's not too bad because you're quite ambidextrous. It would do the same as light. So 20 feet extra dim emitting from you, and 20 foot of bright. So essentially 40 feet extra. So you would have a similar kind of light around you as Maikkeruu does.
Okay. And that would get rid of, would that be a bonus action?
Yep, that would be a bonus action. I can put it around you so you can see the kind of difference if you like.
Or... Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. You can do it in any way that you like. So you can do a bonus action, then move, and then do an action.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
Oh
fine.
yeah, let's do that.
So there
That's
you go.
Amazing.
Oh, perfect. This looks really
Nice.
good.
Covering nearly all of the map now, easy.
Yeah.
We lit, team. Okay.
Yes.
And then at
Oh
this point,
man.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna move towards the exit point so that I can see it.
Sure, go for it.
We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 squares of movement there, and I can
You've got 6,
see the exit point.
so you
Yeah,
can move
I do
another
have
2.
6, but I'm trying to think. If I think about this here, I should be able to move towards one of those 2 mirrors and then try and move one as well. I just want to figure out which one I want to move.
So if you move 1 square to the right, you'd be able to move either of them.
Yeah.
Because you're next to both of them at that point. I would look at the way
That
if
sounds pretty good to
a beam is coming down from this mirror onto this one. At the moment, it's going to ping back to the left, and obviously you want to ping it to the right. So if you wanted to make a strength check to the one to the south there, you could try and move the first mirror and see what happens.
Yeah, I'd love to. Let's do that.
I know there's some talk in the chat about the software and stuff like this. Just to let you guys know, this is running on Foundry. So that's Dungeons and Dragons software. Unfortunately, that's a terrible role. And the maps are all made in a program called Dungeon Draft. So while you really put your back into it, there's no way that this mirror is going to shift this turn, unfortunately for you, I'm afraid. The mirror stays exactly where it is. No joy this turn, but you're in a position so that next turn you can take 2 goes on it. So before we get on to Lucario, the tomb is going to take a quick turn. We're going to see where this Ripper spawns this time, guys. So 5, it's actually going to spawn in the central east. So there we go. So you see this underneath a small grate, you see a small Ripper run through next to you, RSguyy. So, but moving back, we're going to have EvilLucario's turn now.
All right. So I'm gonna go to the top left to see what's up there. So I can light a torch right at a part, and it's gonna light there permanently.
Say again, sorry?
Like, you can, if I go up to the top left and light a torch, I can then have light last there forever.
Yeah, I can put a light source in for a torch. That's no problem at all. You can drop one on the floor,
so I will...
or you could light it where you are and throw it. I would allow that as an action. Entirely up to you.
Well, throwing require a roll that determines how far it can go.
I would say on a roll of 10 or more on dexterity, you would then we could then say that it hits the spot that you like. If it's less than 10, we'll do a random 8 to see which direction it goes in by, say, 10 feet.
Okay. Then
Just thinking on my feet quickly.
Okay, I will try. I will just move as close to the beam as possible and light the torch and place it where that part is. So if I move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I will put the torch right here. So I click on my torch from my inventory, right?
Yep.
And
what I'll
use
do is
ability?
I'll create a light source for you guys just about there, I think. So you guys should be able to see that there's a whole bunch more light, and that light will now stay there for you guys as well.
So I just clicked it there, place it there.
Yep.
Okay,
So
good.
yeah, you should then be able to see. Let's make that a little bit bigger because I think based on
Okay, so
there
that
you
counts
go.
as action. So I won't be able to move 12 squares, only 6 squares.
Correct. Yeah.
So the most I could do is just like, and
I would try and
Well-
position yourself as close to this mirror on the right as possible.
Mhm.
That's
I have
that's
to
probably
roll
going to be
apparently.
move.
Do I have to roll?
That's okay.
Or
You
just
don't
say
have
that?
to roll. That's if you're hitting someone with the torch, and then
Yeah,
you're trying
I'm
to.
not rolling.
Yeah.
So I can't move at the moment. Mostly, I guess, because it wants to roll. So, alright, there. Now I can move. Okay, I'll probably just like stay right here then.
Sure.
and
Okay.
I'll end my turn.
Perfect. Look, I forgot to add the Ripper in, so I'm gonna quickly roll for the Ripper. Okay, it rolls terribly and goes last. A natural one, perfect. That's 2020 summed up right there. Over to Scardyginge.
Okay, so, I mean, we're seeing a lot of mirrors, and I'm sure some of you are probably starting to see which mirrors need to be turned, possibly. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to move, I'm going to move myself, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trying to see where I can move without getting killed by a if a laser was to come.
Pre-planning, I like it.
Yeah. Boy. I feel like I'm in a little bit of a kerfuffle here.
So to take the edge off a little bit, so that you're not too worried about lasers. If a laser comes at you through the mirrors moving, I will allow you to make a dexterity check to see if you can dodge out the way by 1 square.
Less. Okay, so I'm going to move down one more over here. Right there. And so I think what I will do as well is I feel like there's probably not another mirror over there. So I don't know if using a torch per se would be smart at the moment, especially since, I have only longbows at the moment. So I think I'm just going to stay here, and then I'm pretty close to quite a few mirrors as well, so if the time comes,
Sure.
I should be able to move some, so that'll end my turn.
Yeah. You could always take a shot at the Ripper that's appeared on the east as well.
Oh, that's right, I can grab that. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead. So over there, I will use my Vicious Longbow again.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Don't worry, just roll it to hit. That's fine. Don't worry about
Ooh.
Okay, so a
It's
19.
a great hit.
Not bad.
Perfect.
Let me do my
Let's roll the damage.
damage.
And again, because these are so small, you should.
Oh.
Well,
Well,
not
F4.
quite. Yeah, that's okay. So
We tried.
the Ripper still takes in the front paw. Kind of see it. An arrow shoots off, goes through into the stone. There's some of its webbings ripped off on its front paw, and you can kind of see what's going on there. But it's looking a little angrily towards you now, Scardyginge. Made a frenemy. Let's see what's going to happen. So, Zilandraa on the grate.
Okay.
What would you like to do, sir?
Well, a little far. I guess I could move closer to these mirrors on the left, but we have Evil and Maikkeruu kind of over there. Where's Scardyginge? I don't see her.
I think you need to move this mirror.
Bottom right.
The one where my mouse is. I've been like tracing the ones we can see, and I think this is the one that you need to move.
Yeah.
And then
Move
it'll,
where?
I think so too.
because like if I use my mouse, I can. So we have the one here that will go down
Yeah,
into
let's
this
follow that.
one.
Yeah.
And it will go over to that one, and then it'll go up into this. But where that's facing at the moment doesn't. It will reflect back this way.
wait,
I think.
but
and then.
Right,
and then
think we want it
then
to, though.
then it'll
We
go up.
want it, Mike.
Yeah. Oh, so it's this one. Yeah. It's the one above Lucario that needs to be spun. Then I think.
But we need to.
And
We can't get in there though because it's blocked.
yeah, the beam.
Oh,
is blocked
True.
for now.
You can't run through the beam.
Yeah.
Yet.
Well, you said
Be
something
able
about
to-
going under the
Can we
beam.
not run a check to? Yeah, we can go under it. No, I think there's a dexterity
Absolutely.
check for that.
Beams at about 5 foot high,
Okay.
so you can make a dexterity check to see if you can run under it or jump
Oh, so
over it.
I won't even have to
depending on what
duck.
you want to do.
Perfect.
Somersault, cartwheel, anything you like.
And that would take us all the way, but then that doesn't take us anywhere, that one. This one. Because there's no mirror on the... if I scroll across, I don't see
Are
any
you
mirrors,
sure there's no
unless
mirror
one
along
in
the
this
top
little
there?
bit of darkness. There might be one in the darkness, I
I'm-
can't see that one.
How
Oh,
about we
all the way on the
explore a
right-hand
little
side.
bit more,
Top
try
thing?
to map out the area, get a wider view of the place first, and then we make our moves, see what we can do from there?
So, I agree. I'm just really quickly. So that same one that you were on before, Mike, you're about moving or maybe not moving because you don't want it to double back. If you let it not move and it shoots out all the way to the right, we can't see the last 2 tiles on the right hand side there. But my guess is that there's nothing in those last 2 tiles. So I actually don't know if we even. Is there a way to just lift off a mirror so that it just passes through?
You could try.
Because you could try to. Because I'm wondering if you'd want it to.
Oh, true, yeah. You could just pick
Go
up
Looking at
further
some
up.
of the
deflecting up.
Like you
See that? Because you could get
can
it
you
to where my
guys
cursor is.
see-
If you can see my cursor on the bottom right, you can
Mhm.
get it to here easily, which gets you to there, which
Yep.
gets you to there, which gets you to there.
And then
Which
this
gets
mirror right
you-
here would just have to be turned correct towards that way.
Yeah.
Also, another thing.
It would
so
have to
I
be
actually
moved,
think
yeah.
that might be the play.
So like you see these like icons right here, like this thing I'm circling around right here.
Mhm.
They look very similar
yeah.
to like the stuff like they look similar to like the platforms that mirrors are on top. So I'm thinking that you're able to lift them up and put them wherever you need.
Potentially, if we need to. Yeah.
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 But it might
But
be able to
also-
work without moving anything because that would also require
Yeah, I
strength,
don't think we're
and
gonna
that
have
means
to.
we'd have to roll.
We were told those are just lights. Yeah. I think for starters, one that we know for sure though is Luca, the one between you and Mike up top. That one
Yes.
definitely has to go. Definitely need to move that
This
mirror
one?
ASAP. And then as soon as that happens, I think it should be quite apparent where we need to go from there. But I think we can get it pretty much
Right.
all the way to the end zone in a couple of rounds.
So we take it to this statue right here, right? Like this thing.
Mhm.
Okay. And then,
Yeah.
But there's a ripper
all the way
next to it.
the end. No, not that.
I think we can take
there's
care of
loads of different ways to solve this. It's set up in such a way that you can do it in a very traditional way,
Yeah.
where you're bouncing the lights across, or you can try and break it. I know that when we played this previously with Jagex for their services guys, they absolutely destroyed the puzzle. So it's they did some really interesting things to it. But there's all kinds of different ways that you can do this for sure.
Hmm.
If we need to get it over to that statue, why can't we just simply move this one that I'm hovering over one south and move the one in front of the statue out of the way?
But I do believe again
can
that if you're going to move a mirror, that's going to require strength, and so you're going to have to hope that you're going to be able to roll for that strength. You know what I mean?
In a big roll, and you can get a lot of turns
Yeah.
doing that. I think it's likely
Yeah.
easier to
That
just.
doesn't line up, I don't think, still.
I didn't even have the
So
strength to move the
you can
mirror
move-
itself.
So I think
So-
what Zilandra's saying is you could move a mirror down one from the north next to RSguyy. You could then move these two over here out of the way, and it would just ping one down and then across, and that would be it.
Mm.
Hmm.
I mean,
so
I'm
we could like
game to try it,
So we
but
need
also I
someone to
don't
just
think
try
that will
and
be
lift up
significantly
the mirror, right?
quicker. Who's got the highest
I-
strength right now?
so my
guys, the
strength
check
is
to roll
17.
Isn't very high. You just rolled really bad, RSguyy. So it's not a particularly
Mhm.
difficult roll. So when you do it, You just rolled really badly, so I wouldn't worry too much about.
So you are telling me though that we could move the entire mirror down one potentially if we wanted to.
Yeah, absolutely. If you'd like to. Yeah, there's no super glue on Anachronia, so you're all good. I don't think. Maybe I'll be told differently.
No, there is definitely not. Okay, so do we want to go for that and just effectively sign cheese it and just straight through?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
So we just need to hit this.
It's Zilandra's turn.
step.
So Zilandra, if you want to, you can literally walk up to the mirror northeast of you and smash it with your mace, so it's completely gone. And I will just allow you to roll a simple to hit for that.
Seems perfect. Also, quick one. That beam is going to go right through me, but I have some leftover sandwich from before, and I was hoping to try and toast it. So I actually don't mind. If you gotta just go straight through me, if that's okay with you guys.
Risking it for your
yeah.
sandwiches.
So
Nice.
I'm completely okay with that. I'm aware that I'm in a hazardous spot, but it's gonna be for the good of the sandwich. So yeah,
Be
I'm gonna
good.
go, I think.
But why?
Good stuff.
Why can't we
Probably-
see this mirror that I'm hovering over? Why can't we slide under the beam, push it one south, and then move this mirror that's blocking the statue, and it should
Yeah,
go
that
right
works.
into the statue.
Exactly.
Well,
so
we don't need to
yeah,
hit the statue necessarily, but
Yeah, you would need to
Yeah,
move
do
this
we-
mirror
endpoint.
to the south of RSguyy, and you would need to
Yeah.
move this mirror down one, so that it pings off between the two. But then these two mirrors over here, you're absolutely right. They could be destroyed. You're absolutely correct, Zilandra.
No, why we don't even have to touch those. I'm saying this
Yeah,
one
he
all the
just
way
moves
over here.
this
We
one
just
down.
move that down one.
Oh, I see.
Space.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
just
you could do
eat
that
it.
as well. Yeah.
And then,
There's so many
if you
different
wanted
ways
to,
to do it.
Znil, you could try and destroy that one to your east, the one that's like the one that would be in the way, right?
That wouldn't be in the way.
It
Oh,
wouldn't
no,
be in
it's
the way
If you're
though.
moving this one down one,
The one
that
of
would
RSguyy
allow
will
the
be.
beam to go.
The one that's next to RSguyy, that's just south of him.
Yeah,
south
but
east of him.
Yeah.
You might, if you can get over there and try and smash it, and then Lucario try and push that one. That might be it.
So you want me to move this one like down one square, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we
And
move
then
it
if
down
Zil tries
there,
to break
then
that one, and RSguyy tries to break it as well. That's like two people on that one.
yeah, that's totally
and then
fine.
it'll hit
And
hit this
I
thing,
love
right?
how you
This thing
guys
is
took
what you-
like half an hour to do a 5-minute puzzle. That's you've come up with
So-
this amazing, elaborate scheme, but it's only going to actually take you 5 minutes now. I like it a lot.
Oh, boy.
Maximum preparation
quick
is
one.
fantastic.
where where my cursor is right now, is that mirror still getting destroyed though? Because I take it you're still wanting to get the beam all the way up to the other end. Is that correct or no?
So it's just we push one mirror down, the top left one, push it south
Yep.
one,
Top left. Oh, we're pushing
Luke.
that down one. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
easy. Yeah, I like
and then
that.
that'll take a
That's-
straight
And then it
beam
goes
all
right
the way
across, all the way
the
across the
middle
room.
I'll
Okay,
just be
yeah, sounds
down
good.
here not doing anything. It's exciting.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm gonna. Yeah, let's get it.
So do you want?
Okay, so-
I can't get close enough. I mean, I can move closer to it, but I don't think I can get close enough to attack it in this turn.
Nah, but
So
you'll
why
be able
don't
to
you
get
guys
shoot
No.
to
it
it
into
twice
two teams?
next turn, right?
Can
Yeah,
I
so
shoot
why
them
don't you
both?
guys
There's been a
split
couple
into 2 teams? So Zilandra and RSguyy can do the mirror on the right, and Lucario and Maikkeruu do beg your pardon, can do the mirror on the left. And that's then there's 2 mirrors. And you can, because Scardyginge has such a large range with the bow, she can deal with any rippers that come.
That
Yeah, so
works.
count on
Sounds
me
good.
for your PVMing needs. I'm very good at it.
I like the plan. Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
so I'm gonna
it's on
move
the-
12.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 12.
Yeah. Okay. Then you'll be able to do it next turn.
And yeah, next turn I can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Perfect.
Unless
six,
there's a
yeah.
bonus action that you have that does anything for it. I don't know. I don't think so.
No, my bonus. I don't really have any bonus actions. I mean, I can cast a shield on RSguyy, I suppose. So this Ripper that's over here. You want me to do that?
I'll be fine.
You can if you like, but I think honestly we'll be okay. I think we can probably blitz it from here.
All right. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
just
go
get
then.
this over with.
Okay. So that's me.
Okay, perfect. So the Ripper kind of looks over and sees Zilandraa coming closer and quickly makes a beeline.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Going to try and take
Oh,
a small
boy.
bite from you. See what happens.
That's a medium-sized
17.
bite.
Is not enough to hit Zilandraa. Zilandraa is
Nice.
incredibly well armored. Chainmail,
It's a
shield,
tank.
no problem at all. Absolutely able to go on.
Echo.
So,
Let's
no
go.
problem.
Careless.
Maikkeruu, over to you. Let's see how you can get on.
So, can I just? I don't have anything that can like move something from afar, do I? I don't have any like spells that can like. I'm looking at it. It doesn't look like I have anything that like moves anything. So there's not really much I can do other than try and move over there, so I'm ready to go if Lucario fouls, kind of thing.
Mhm.
So if I move, when I go underneath the beam, is that a dexterity roll, or like is that like an action?
So, it's a dexterity check to see when you go under.
Okay,
and
so
I'll make
that's
it
just part
low
of my
because
movement.
you're not the most dexterous of wizards. Let's see how you can get on. More of a Rincewind than a Gandalf, I would say.
Right, so I'll try and
Yeah, it's
pass
just
through.
part of the action. Yep.
So I'll try
So
and go
if you
underneath
can,
this.
yeah, just press the dexterity button in your character check, needing 10 or more. So you've actually got +2 to your dex. Well done. Did not realise.
Oh, nice.
Ah, perfect. Yeah, no problem.
I'm a
Literally
nimble
roly-poling through.
And then I'll just get
Mission
over here
impossible
ready.
stuff.
So if Mr. Lucario doesn't, I can get it here.
Perfect. Okay. Over to RSguyy. So,
Okay.
you're just going to destroy this mirror, basically. Yeah. So why don't you roll a normal to hit with your rapier or your dagger?
Okay, that sounds good to me. What would be better for that? I think the rapier would be better.
Sure.
Um,
Yep, definitely. More finesse.
So I will.
Going to just get
Yeah,
those 7
we'll do
years
that.
bad luck easily. Not
Actually,
quite
okay,
the
not
roll
bad.
I was looking for.
I mean, a 4 on a D8. I'll take it.
Sure, that's good, but you need to roll to see if you can actually hit this substantial mirror that's in front of you first. Silly D&D
Yeah, of
rules,
course.
but for whatever reason you might trip over your own laces, who knows. But roll it with
Understandable.
advantage because it is a stationary object. So when you go to make your normal roll, do roll it with advantage. So for those in the chat, advantage in D&D is when you roll 2 dice and you take the biggest score.
Okay, so I'm effectively rolling that again.
So click on the icon for your +1 rapier in your inventory.
Yep.
And then roll to hit, and then we can roll to hit again, and we'll take the best one there for you.
Okay.
So in the chat there should be to hit +6.
Yep, I've got plus hit, roll to hit, public roll, and then roll. And do I click advantage
Yep.
as well?
Yep, advantage as well. Yep. You're literally
okay,
hitting
I'm
a
clicking-
stationary mirror. Let's hope for the best.
Yep, I'm clicking roll, and it's not currently rolling. Do I need to?
Okay.
Oh, do I need to pick what side dice it is? I think I do.
Nope, that's okay. There it is. So
Okay.
you've got okay, only rolled one. Let's roll another one for you. Let's force that through. There we go.
Ooh.
So both hit,
Easy.
so that's fine. So the mirror below you is destroyed. It shatters into 1,000 pieces, and you get 7 years bad luck. How that will play into the adventure, we'll find out
Oh,
later, I'm sure.
God.
Oh no.
Perfect.
So over to let's just see where we get a new
So
Ripper spawning from. Okay, so 5 again. So we've got the same spawn spot point for the Ripper. So another Ripper
I really
comes
like
in.
it there.
Let's add it through. Must be warm, right?
Oh yeah.
Nice blanket, maybe something like that. Let's see. Evil Lucario, over to you, sir.
So you want me to move the mirror next to Maikkeruu down 1 square?
Yeah.
I think that's the play, but you've got to be careful when you move it. Obviously, that you're on the other side of it, because if you move it from this square here, you're going to move it to literally zap you right the way through, which might be bad for your health. However,
Right.
if you do a dexterity check to get onto the other side, you're either, you might get a hit, but you probably won't.
I'll roll dexterity. I'll roll for dexterity right now then to go in there and then go on top, go like end up directly north of the mirror, then try to push it down 1.
Sure, let's do that.
So I'll roll for it. How do I roll for it here?
So just in your character sheet, just where it on attributes, just press the text that says dexterity.
Text. Okay. Wait, so like I just click dexterity, that's it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Okay, no
Not
problem.
bad.
Yep, you get through. No worries at all. So you manage
Okay,
to skip
so-
under and through, and you're now north of the mirror. So make
Right,
a
so
strength
do I
check
roll-
for me, the same as you just did with the dexterity.
Alright.
We'll see if you're how much.
Oh no.
Well, normally, that would have been a really bad fail, but you're moving the mirror, you're picking it up and moving it now, so that's not so bad. So that's less of a roll. So, the mirror, let's just bring up some of my epic drawing skills here. Bear with me 1 second, guys.
Nice.
The mirror moves down 1 spot,
Good.
and let's scroll out a bit. And we can then put in another laser beam just like that. Okay.
Ooh,
So-
perfect.
Nice.
With that, you guys begin to feel really, really sleepy. A purple mist begins to
Oh.
come up through the grate. You all kind of start to go into... No, you can't quite make it through. There's kind of a little bit of a dream state going on. Everything goes a bit wibbly wobbly. And you fall completely
Oh
asleep.
boy. Oh.
This is making me feel
Can-
weird.
Can we
Okay.
talk in our sleep?
Nope.
Oh.
I don't want.
But
Oh, we tripping. We really tripping. Okay.
you wake up all around each other in a dense jungle. You're not quite yourselves. You look down at your hands. You've got these red scales that you've got long snouts, sharp teeth, and next to you is somebody you know, but at the same time you don't know. You have in fact become what you believe is Dragonkin. These red scales feel normal to you, but also completely strange as well. And you know the name of this person that you're in a hunting party with, and that's Varanus. And Varanus is there with you, and he looks over and he's like, "Quiet. I can hear the beast." Strangely, on Varanus's body, you can see many vials of purple liquid.
Ooh.
Before you even get a chance to speak to Varanus, in the background you hear, the trees to the northwest begin to shake uncontrollably. "The beast comes," Varanus says. And we're going to cast a little bit of light onto the scene here as Varanus throws a giant vial of fire liquid out. The forest catches light on you. And you guys, you can see towering above these trees is this giant monster. This giant monster that Varanus has been talking about. And now, for the guys in the chat, we're going to have our first taste of Raksha. So, if you could all roll for initiative, please. For the sake of this combat, I will be taking on the part of Varanus as well to try and help you guys out a little bit.
Right.
Varanus is also a ranger. He's a beast slayer in terms of Dungeons and Dragons, and he's slightly higher than you guys. He's level 5. He carries with him some specialist monster hunting gear, and he's also got these strange vials of purple liquid with him. Okay, so first up, before anybody else, Scardyginge, over to you.
Well, as I am the person with the least amount of PVM experience or anything of the sort here, I am a bit scared. The purple... Okay, so we have some purple liquid of our own. Can that at any time be ingested to help me?
You don't think so. It's on Varanus' person, so you would have to shout over to Varanus and ask.
Okay. Oh boy. I think I will move, but I'm going to keep myself hidden. And so let's see. So I think I'm going to move myself to right here.
Okay.
And I wouldn't be able to cast the detect magic from here, correct?
You'd be able to cast it for sure. You're not sure what you might be able to find out, but certainly you'd be able to get an idea of any kind of spells that this foul beast has available.
Okay, then I'd like to do that, yeah. Let me go ahead and... Hang on 1 second, guys.
Okay.
No. Sorry, my thing. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to do it right here.
Okay. So you can tell that this foul beast has a very large amount of shadow energy there, and the possibility to cause great damage with this shadow. As if it's going to cast out these huge purple bombs towards you.
Okay. All right, well, that will end my turn. I'm going to stop here. I believe that we've learned a good amount, sort of, about the beast, so
okay.
I'm going to stay here for right now.
So Varanus looks up, and a grim smile appears on his face suddenly. And this Dragon King kind of hunter looks towards you all and says, "Split up! Don't let the beast get us together! We must absolutely be separate!" And so Varanus kind of strides off, and you see him getting towards the thick underbush before climbs up into a tree, gets a vantage point, and he's got a couple of attacks that he can make. So he's going to take a couple of shots with his longbow towards the beast. 21 hits. Let's try again for a second one. "21 hits again. Perfect. So we're going to roll damage quickly and get back to the real stars, which are you guys. So 20 damage onto Raksha. So you see these 2 arrows fly loose, and they hide themselves deep within the hide of Raksha. Sorry, they get stuck deep within the hide of Raksha. I do beg your pardon. And so he shouts over to you, "Attack! Come on!" EvilLucario, over to you.
Well, don't mind if I do. I'll try to get into the to a different part of the trees if I can. Probably can't because
yeah, you could go through there if you let me know where it's we can pop you up there, for example.
Around here.
You should be able to move around. Yep.
I don't think I'll be able to shoot at him with my light crossbow. It probably won't reach that far. me read it.
Let's take a look. So if you got over here, your light crossbow has a range of 80 feet, so you absolutely would be able to shoot, yeah?
Then I'll take point from here and try to knock Raksha down a little bit.
Perfect.
Do a little bit of damage right here. So I'll roll my accuracy. 5.
Okay, so 8 with your +3 isn't enough to penetrate the deep hide of Raksha, unfortunately. He looks over to you and roars deeply. Nothing. You feel like that's going to take a little bit more, unfortunately, Lucario. So, next up, Raksha. Raksha looks over to the two that have come close to him. Not happy.
Uh-oh.
Not happy at all. And he's going to look. Suddenly, a large amount of purple damage comes out of his mouth, a large ball, and he shoots it into the trees towards Varanus and EvilLucario. I'm going to need you to make a saving throw, please, EvilLucario, based on what's in the chat there.
Ooh, 17.
Okay, that's good. So you managed to dodge, and you're only going to take half of this damage, as opposed to the full amount, which is really good because it's going to be high. And let's see how Varanus does. Same. So great. So let's roll the damage and let's see how you guys fare against this.
Oh my goodness.
My goodness.
So you
That's
guys
not
take
great.
18 points of damage each. Both you and Varanus.
Ooh.
Oh, I am
I'd say it's a good
almost
thing you
down
got
for the
healed
count.
earlier.
Yeah. I'm glad I
and
made
this
that
is where-
dexterity check.
So we kind of had an introduction combat earlier. Let's see how well you guys deal with the real thing. And as quickly as that shadow bomb kind of comes into place and all around you, you quickly see it then disappear as well. So let's get rid of that. Now Raksha's still on their turn. They can move up to 50 feet, and they quickly
Oh boy.
Oh my.
close the gap straight in towards you guys there.
Oh boy.
This is not good.
So, with that in mind, RSguyy, and Varanus kind of looks over at you, Lucario, and he says, "I told you stay away. We've got to stay separate to beat the beast." RSguyy, over to you.
Okay. So kind of a two-parter here. First question, to Maikkeruu and Zil, do either of you guys have like some really chonky healing spells?
I do.
Zil does, I don't.
You do? Okay, perfect, because I really want to try the purple. And I know that it might not end well for me, but I think it's worth doing. Now, where would be the nearest purple vial near me for the purple drink? I'm guessing that'd be at
Varanus has
Varanus?
it on his person, yeah. So you can go up and you can ask
Okay.
him for it. Or you can shout first,
And-
maybe. That might be better, because that's a free action, so you're talking about your action economy here, how you're going to do things.
And do you think, knowing Varanus, how well you know him, that he would provide me with some of the purple stuff?
Absolutely not. No, it's there as far as you can tell for hunting and for subduing beasts.
Okay, so you don't
it
think,
might,
so you don't think
if
he would
you
give me
took
any?
it, there's an opportunity that could knock you to sleep from your past memories.
Hmm.
Okay, but
this
there's
needs
still a
its-
chance that I could actually get it.
You could
I think
try
I'm
and
still
take
gonna
it
go
from
for
him,
it. So
sure.
I'm gonna shout at Varanus. I'm gonna shout at Varanus, and I'm gonna say, "Pass me some of that purple stuff, please. I want to drink it. I mean, I want to use it to fight Raksha. I'm gonna use it to fight
Okay.
Raksha, and not to drink it. I will not
Why
be
don't
drinking
you
it."
make me a deception check, and we'll see if he believes you or not. There you go. How's that? So, if you go into your
That sounds
attributes
perfect.
and then press deception, we'll see how well. You're very charismatic, so let's see if he
Oh.
believes you. Of course he believes you. No problem at all. He thinks that you're going to grab hold of this, you're going to deal with it, you're going to climb on the back of Raksha's back, stuff it into his eyeball, and deal with it yourself like the hero that you are. Absolutely. So you run over to Varanus. He gives you this vial of purple liquid. Yeah, it's yours there to use if you'd like.
Movement wise, I couldn't move it. I couldn't move away and drink it, right? I'm kind of just, yeah. I
You
only have
can
one
move.
other-
Yeah,
one other
you can
action.
drink it on your turn. Yeah, you've taken the drink. I will allow you to drink it on the same turn.
Okay, so you'd allow me to move closer to Zil and then drink this thing.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay,
No,
I'm gonna
you
move back
can't
towards
move
Zil.
back and drink it.
Nope.
You can stay there and drink
Oh.
it. Sorry, you can't move back.
Okay.
Your movement's almost all used because you've gone into heavy underbrush. You know, it's tough in there. So yeah, I would say that from here,
Understandable.
it's going to be a little bit difficult.
All right. I am going to turn. I'm going to look at Varanus dead in the eye. I'm going to uncork that bad boy, and I'm going to take a big gulp.
Okay. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please. And I
Oh,
want to
boy.
see.
Okay.
It's gonna be so low.
Uh,
Let's
Can't
see.
wait.
Do you know that
Oh,
this wasn't
got it.
in the brief anywhere? What happens with you guys if it does it? So I'm going to make this up on the fly. Yeah, you're asleep, dude. That's it. Yep.
Oh no!
Yeah, you're
Oh,
right.
Right,
I'm
that's,
gonna.
that's great.
Yeah.
Sorry, team. It had to be done.
Let's see. There you go.
This is gonna be dire.
We're gonna have you on every turn now make a Constitution saving throw to see if you can wake up from it. Let's
Sweet.
Oh boy.
let's see what happens from here on. So
Thank you for taking one for the team, though.
Thank
Yeah,
you so
of
Of
much.
course,
You-
it had to be done. I had to know. I
You-
really did.
you've shown everybody there exactly what needs doing. Good job. Excellent work.
Yeah.
Right.
Just a team player here, you know?
Zilandraa, you've seen someone. You're in this kind of scaly red body, which you know, but you don't know at the same time. It's like you're in a different time, a different place. How would you like to proceed with this giant dino beast bearing down on you?
I was gonna, let's see, cast the Prayer of Healing if it's on Varanus and EvilLucario, if they're within range. How do we? How can I tell if they're within range? I don't. How can
So,
I?
what's
I
the
don't
spell?
see
What's the spell?
Prayer
Sorry,
of
say
Healing.
again. Prayer of Healing.
Prayer of
okay.
Healing.
Let's take a look. That is a level 2 spell. So it's a 30-foot range. So you would have to be within 30 feet of each of them.
Which I can if I move first.
Yes, absolutely.
What about? Oh, I'd have to move within range of. Well, I think I want to stay out of range of Raksha though, because I was going to maybe also cast a spell on him, like blindness, deafness, or something like that. But I think I'm going to heal my guys because they went down to over. They're like under half HP. Okay, so let's move.
Yeah, they've taken some pretty hard hits. Varanus looks
Depends on if
significantly
Raksha-
better than Lucario, it's worth saying.
Yeah, it depends if
I'm sorry.
Raksha can see you as well, because you're still gonna be hidden from the trees. We give away our position already, but we don't. The Raksha probably doesn't know that you'll
So
be there. You know?
Raksha's absolutely massive and can see over all of this scrubland and trees, so it can see for miles ahead.
Oh,
The Raksha's this huge hulking beast. So kind of think of the size of what a T-Rex would be to a human. Obviously a lot more fearsome with the added potency of shadow magic flying everywhere and this kind of bipedal monstrous energy coming towards you.
So if I move right where my mouse is, my cursor, I should be within range to heal. That's going to be right on the edge, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, so let's do that. 1, 2. Where was it here?
Where would you like to go? If you point your cursor, I can, because you're going through the
Right there.
brush at that point. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, go for it.
Right there, and now I'm going to cast Prayer of Healing.
Okay.
You have no available spell slots,
So because you're in a previous timeline, we will give you spell slots back. There you go. Try now, sir. And I will go through to Maikkeruu as well and do the same. So when we were talking about the small reset that we would do on spell slots, this is it.
Mhm.
There we are. Okay. So roll for the amount of healing, and we'll see how you guys get on. Normally, in a normal game, this would be a much longer. That's not too bad.
I think I'm doomed.
Normally,
Better
Prayer of
than
Healing would be a
Minion,
much
I
longer
don't know.
cast, but for the sake of this game, let's keep it going. So you kind of see some of the wounds that were previously done by Raksha kind of close up on EvilLucario and Varanus. So it's looking good. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Zilandraa?
The only thing I have left is a bonus action, right?
That's correct, yeah.
I mean, I could cast a healing spell again.
Cure wounds? Not cure wounds,
Healing,
sorry.
no, the healing word.
Healing word, yeah.
Or I could, maybe I'll actually do Sanctuary on EvilLucario.
A little bit of a buff.
Or wait. No, Shield of Faith would be better.
Sure. Okay. So Shield of Faith will give EvilLucario an extra 2 to his armor class, which would make him quite tough, actually. You would have 21 as an armor class. Really, really strong work.
Good.
So yeah, pop
Alright,
it down
let's do
and let's see how you go.
I do need to live somehow.
It will make it harder for Raksha to hit you. That's for sure.
Woo! Good. Because
For everyone in chat, don't forget that Raksha is out next Monday on the 7th of December as well. You guys to try it in the game itself. And yeah, let's go from there. Maikkeruu, over to you.
I'm shooting him.
What's the big bad wizard going to do? You're going to
Mage
shoot
goes
him.
pew pew.
Mage goes pew pew. Love it. Let's just laser to the face.
I think at this point.
Go ahead, Lucario.
I think at this point, trying to hide won't do us any good because Raksha can just track us down no matter what and just be on the offensive. So it's either do or die here.
Yeah, and because he's so
Scent
big,
blood.
you can just shoot him from anywhere. So might as well just
Mm-hmm.
go face first.
have no
I'm going to
choice.
use Melf's acid
Remember
arrow.
what Varanus said as well, to stay separated, especially with that big shadow energy. You can kind of see it
Yeah,
pulsating still around
I'm just
you.
playing here.
Mm-hmm.
I should be able to shoot him from here, right? Because he's massive.
Yeah, absolutely. No problem at all.
Right, so
What-
I'm
what
going
are
to
you going
use
with?
Melf's acid arrow,
Acid arrow.
and I'm going to shoot that at him. I get obviously I have to roll for the hit, but then it will poison him as well, so it deals damage instantly and then deals damage at the end of his turn. So hopefully I can deal a decent amount.
Correct. So roll to hit.
Ooh.
22's a hit. Let's roll for damage.
Hmm.
Not so bad.
In the middle.
Not so bad. Yep, it's pretty good. Okay. And then you've got is it 2d4 acid damage at the end of its next turn?
Yeah.
Okay. So even if the great thing about Melf's acid arrows, even if you'd missed, acid would have splashed all around on the floor, and you still would have taken half of that damage, which is great. Any movement or any bonus action at all for Maikkeruu? Don't think.
I'm
sorry, I
pretty
keep
sure there's
saying
like
any
no bonus action,
don't
right?
have any. Yeah, no, that's
It's,
right. You
like-
do have you have
I-
a feature, a couple of features, but none of them are really too. None of them are really too fantastic here. Although,
Oh, what's that?
you have
So a cloth leather
have
pouch
the
that
special
can hold
hat.
up to 20 sling. Special hat.
Hat of Wizardry. So you can try to cast a cantrip that you don't know. So we can tell you if you let me know what kind of thing that you'd like to know, we can have a look for it and put it in. But you have to cast it to see if you learn the spell first. But that's a full action as well.
Where is the Hat of
So
Wizardry? I can't see it.
in your inventory, sir.
I don't see a hat in my inventory unless I'm blind.
Should be
on mine. I have. Yeah, I don't see it. I have common
That's
pouch,
okay.
torch, rations, water skin.
Okay. I think you might have one of the filters at the top. Don't worry about it. We'll come back to it on the next turn if it's something that you want to do. Experiment.
Oh, I do see it. Yeah, I had action. Yeah.
Okay. So we can do that on the next turn. So if there's a special kind of thing that you guys want to do, then you can do it on the next turn. No problem at all. Scardyginge, what would you like to do?
Okay, so this feels like it might work, but I don't know if I'll be able to do all of it. So I'm thinking that I would like to hit with my Vicious Longbow as well as use the Ensnaring Strike if possible.
Absolutely fine. Yep.
Okay, so would I start with the... Oh, go ahead.
Start with the Ensnaring Strike. Yep, because you need to cast that first, and then the next time that you hit, a writhing mass of thorny vines appears at the point of impact.
Yes.
And Raksha would then need to succeed on a strength saving throw.
Okay.
It's a good tactic. I like it. Okay.
So that is that,
so now
and
let's roll to hit first with your bow, and we'll see if the vines crawl around Raksha.
Okay.
Ooh.
Hey, it's a great hit. Fantastic. So roll for the damage as well on that. 9 points of damage. Okay. Plus the 4 from the vines. Let's see if Raksha comes ensnared, and then we'll run through what happens here. No. So Raksha has a whopping plus 10 to strength. Very strong. Much strong dino.
We tried.
We tried. But on the plus side, those the bow hangs off, and you see it, and the Raksha rears up in pain as one of the arrows goes into the chest of the dino, and there's a small amount of vines that creep inside of that wound, but nothing holds it into place. Unfortunately, it's too strong, and just with its little T-Rex arm pats it off, kind of thing, like a bipedal monster that it is, and just off, no problem at all. So, but you've done a lot of damage there, so well done to you. That's a really good hit. We're gonna take it down there, and Raksha's starting to look like it's getting a little worse from some of its wounds now. You know, it's moving on. It's not doing so great. There's a lot of damage happening here. So let's move on. Let's see how Varanus fares. So Varanus is right next to it. He's looking down at the RSguyy, and he's muttering and swearing under his breath at this fool who's taken his vial. He's not really sure what to do, and he gives a small nudge with his foot to try and wake him up, but nothing. Turns around, and he's like, amateurs. And gets out the longbow and just tries for a couple of extra hits there. Let's see what happens. So first hit. Great hit. Yep, no problem at all. Let's do the second one.
Yes.
Perfect.
Nice.
So let's get this damage on the go here. So 8 and 13, so 21 points of damage. Excellent. And yeah, he's got some extra bits. So Varanus has a couple of extra bits, which I'm going to bring into play next turn. Let's move back to Raksha. Yeah. So Raksha looks visibly beaten down at this point. It's really struggling. Perhaps you guys, EvilLucario, perhaps there's something that you can do here to deal with it.
It's either I use one of my potions of greater healing to patch myself up, or I try to go in for the kill, which is risky.
I allow
One of them,
potions to be used as a bonus action. So if you want to take it as a bonus action, I will absolutely allow that. It's not necessarily
then I
rules
will-
as written, but I think that makes sense.
okay, because like in RuneScape, you're able to eat and attack at the same time, so that's nice. Then I will go for the Great Axe against Raksha, see how well I can do here. So I'll
Let's
roll
see
with
what
the
you can
hit.
do with a bit of melee. Okay,
Alright, let's try it, see how this goes. 13.
that's a good hit. Let's roll for
All right.
damage.
And see how well this goes. It's nothing.
Oh,
Well, it's something. It's close to
Yeah.
nothing, but it's still something. That's
Yeah.
No, you know it's still a hit.
At least
So let's say Raksha puts
hacking
forward
away.
its left foot, and you
I'm
manage
hacking
to
away at the
slice down and
legs.
cut off a toenail. Yeah, a little bit of the leg comes off, some scales rip off, and there's a small kind of out the corner of his mouth. Let's see what we can do there. Did you want to do your potion as well,
I need to
Lucario?
heal with my potion. So
Sure,
I will
let's
use
go
it
for it.
right now. Usability. Oh, no longer exists on me.
That's okay. So
There
there you go. You've
there
got
we
it.
go. 13.
13. That's good.
So
That's really good. You're
yeah.
back to nearly full health. You're 32 out of 33. That's great. Good job.
Good.
Okay.
All right, now I can tank
Raksha.
the next hit. Oh no.
Now you can tank the next hit. Okay. I like
It's
your
gonna be
optimism.
awful.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I said I have no food, but potions I can guzzle that down real easily.
Okay. Let's have a quick look and see what we can do here with Raksha. So, Raksha is probably gonna look here and take a tail swipe. So a tail swipe is going to hit 3 enemies within 10 feet,
Oh, bless.
which is going to be RSguyy, Varanus, and EvilLucario. So let's roll. Let's
I
roll
take it
for
that's gonna
all,
wake me
all
up,
at
right?
once.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, it hits all of you,
I got a nap in the
not wake up.
trees.
and it's going to do. Let's do the damage here. 20 points of damage to each of you, and you all get
Ugh.
knocked back 10 feet.
Ooh.
You're on 6 HP though, Ryan.
I mean, we're
So-
juicing.
Not
it's
looking
fine.
so good.
Mhm.
We're juicing. It's fine.
You're still alive. And you get moved back these 10 feet as well. Let's move Ranus down as well. It's always the worst bit of D&D is the admin that you do in between the turns, right? So let's move you there and move Varanus back over there a little bit. Okay, and I think that's going to be it for now from... yeah, that's going to be it from Raksha for this turn. He's kind of turned around, the giant swipe, and you kind of all feel yourselves, and you put your arms up to kind of protect, but unfortunately the tail connects, bang, shoots you all back through the trees into, you feel your back of your head hit against logs, bang, and there's a hard, sickening thud as you can kind of feel yourself disintegrating into vision, but you're still there, you're still in the fight. Let's see, RSguyy, can you make me a Constitution saving throw?
I can't. Wait, does that mean I'm awake?
You're going to need to make a Constitution saving throw to see if you wake up.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh my god. I deserve this. I deserve this.
You definitely do deserve this, yeah. That's,
Play stupid games, get stupid prizes.
Oh boy.
Okay, but am I having
Let's
like
see
a
what
good
happens.
sleep though?
No.
You're having a great sleep.
Dreaming
Like if you're
of
wearing a
Shadow
Fitbit,
Island.
it would tell you it's all REM and deep sleep. You're all good. You're going to wake up tomorrow.
Oh, easy.
There's going to be nothing wrong. Absolutely.
Perfect. That's what I like to hear.
So, Zilandraa, let's see how you get on there.
Well, I don't have my healing. Can I not cast it twice? That this is the
You
same
can
spell that
absolutely
I cast
cast it
last
twice.
time.
Yeah. So think of spells as you've got a certain number of slots. You have spells within those slots, so you can use multiple of the same spell within that slot. That's absolutely fine. So if you wanted to do, say you had 20 level 1 slots and you wanted to cast Bless 20 times, absolutely fine. No problem at all.
I don't see it listed here though.
Okay,
Unless I'm
what spell
missing
is it?
I forget what it was called. The one I cast last time that healed everybody within 30 feet.
Big heal? Prayer of healing?
Yeah.
Okay, so have you got anything of the filters actioned on the top? So action, bonus action, reaction, conk, ritual, prepare?
No.
Okay, so scroll down. It should be under your second level spells, and it should be Prayer of Healing. If you're struggling, I can cast it for you. That's no problem at all. Or
Yeah,
I
it's
can put it
definitely
in the
not here.
chat. Okay, it's in the chat. Just press for the 2d8 plus 3 healing, and we can pop it on from there.
2d8 plus
Help
3,
me.
that was...
Up to 6 as well. That's a
2d8.
lot of healing.
It's the third one from the left?
No, so it should be in the chat above, so you should just be able to click where it says 2d8 plus 3. Unless you can't see that. Let me try and... Is that better?
can't
Can you
see
see
it.
it now?
Nope.
Should have just made it active because I did it. Okay, so yeah, so let's do the 2d8 plus 3. So just press the third one on the left, the d8 twice, and then we can manually calculate it.
Okay. Oh
Okay.
my god.
So 5, but we add the 3 because that's 8, right? And now you can choose who you're going to put this on. So presumably, and correct me if I'm wrong here, sir, EvilLucario. So they would go up to 20.
20 out of 33.
Varanus. Good stuff. Varanus, who is always there and always happy for the heals. An RSguyy who's still asleep. You know, he's just chilling. He doesn't even notice. He's there.
Can
But, you see the cut
can
on the
I
back of
not
his head.
can I skip RSguyy and cast it twice on the same person?
No, so it's up to 6 creatures of your choice. So no, you can't. I'm afraid.
Oof. Okay. I see how it is. Just wait.
Well,
till-
I
wait-
mean-
Wah, wah, wah.
I mean,
not
what are you
sleeping, I
going to do?
figured,
really?
honestly, cut me loose.
Oh no.
Also, this is
Okay.
a visual representation of what it's normally like to PVM with Luca. Just so you know.
Oh, shots fired. Okay. Okay. Well, look. That's a pretty good heal, to be fair, because you've managed to get that off. So in terms of that, that's your action. If you got a bonus action, maybe spiritual weapon would really help you out here a little, Zilandraa. You know, you can put that
Let
in.
me
That can do
see.
the damage for you. Managed to take care of the other dinos pretty well.
Alright, sure, let's go for it.
Okay.
I don't have any spell slots.
Oh,
Works.
okay. So yeah, so you've used the 2 second spell slots that you've got. So in this case, you're not able to cast any more of those second level spells, including that big heal. So bonus actions are available: Healing Word, Sanctuary, or Shield of Faith.
I guess we'll do... What's the HP level of EvilLucario, Varanus, and RSguyy? What's their...
I am 20 out of 33.
EvilLucario's maybe. There you go. I was going to say
20 out of
EvilLucario.
33.
He's looking a little bit done up, but he's like, nope, forget it. I'll metagame. This is fine. Don't worry. Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they're both looking maybe half dead. I expect nothing less of you guys. It's honestly, it's a different take on things from what I'm used to. So it's lovely. Let's
Who
see
should
what
we
you
heal?
guys have.
EvilLucario or Varanus?
I would say Varanus looks in a lot better shape than EvilLucario for sure. And also,
Yeah,
you've got this link between worlds there to EvilLucario versus Varanus. Still unsure where you are. It's a little bit cloudy in your mind.
Okay, so let's cast Healing Word on EvilLucario.
Thank you. I am in your debt.
Okay. Go for it. Let's see. So 1d4 plus 3. Can you click on that one, Zilandraa? Hey, there we go.
Oh,
Maximum
Ooh.
healing.
Good.
Maximum
Nice.
At
healing.
least. All right, I can
On a
take
scale of
another hit,
33, you're
hopefully.
up to 27 points now, Lucario. Well done. That's
Good.
that's
I hope
awesome.
I hope I can survive this next onslaught. Otherwise, I might
So,
eat.
Zilandraa, before you do anything else, I want you to think about that purple sphere in front of you of evil energy, and if you were next to Varanus, how you would get caught in that. So perhaps a movement down to the south a little bit might help you out a little bit.
That's what I was going to ask. If I wanted to move. Well, I really only want to move 1 square south.
Sure.
Because then I want to stay within range of RSguyy. If I move 2 squares south, I'm out of range.
You could for your next
I guess I
turn,
could move
and,
within.
You absolutely don't have to do this, but you could sit next to RSguyy, make a medicine check, and see if you know a way of how to wake him up. If he doesn't manage to get up himself on his next turn, so that's a possibility as well, because your major heal is gone now as well.
I don't. Yeah, I don't have any more prayer of healing because I used my spell slots, right?
That's right. Yeah. So you've used your major spell slots up, your level 2 spell slots. So you've only got the level.
All right,
1
then yeah,
slots
let's
left.
get next. Let's get near RSguyy to see if I can help wake him up next turn.
I also feel kind of bad for him. He's been out the entire fight. You know. Let's get you up there, Zilandraa. Is that okay?
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, so people are asking about prayer of healing in the chat. I'm pretty loosey-goosey with the rule of calls. I would rather that the guys have fun while they're doing it. There are limited spells here, so let's make sure that Zilandraa, rather than having to sit out for 10 minutes and not do it, let's give him that big heal. Let's make him feel like a hero and be able to do that kind of thing.
Let's
I
go.
appreciate you.
Hey, no problem. So, over to Maikkeruu.
So, I have 2 things that I could potentially do. One would be running over to Varanus, getting a bit of the pink drink. Don't drink it, but try and throw it at Raksha to see if that does anything. Or I shoot it again with a magic shot. I don't know. Because Varanus threw the liquid at him at the start. Right? So
he threw a vial of fire to illuminate. So there was a large light spell cast to illuminate the forest which you're in, because it was incredibly dark. So not the same as the heavy sedative that you can that you presume is giving RSguyy his 20 winks.
But with how heavy RSguyy sleeping, if I could chuck it at Raksha and put him to sleep, easy win.
Yeah, if you want to put your hand down the throat of a giant demigod dinosaur, I am not going to stop you. It's absolutely fine with me.
I only have 17 hit points, so I'd probably not want to get close to him. So I think I'm just going to shoot, because that's all I know.
You are the weak link in terms of HP, for sure.
All he's got to do is like sneeze on me and I die. So
I mean,
That's
look
true.
at what happened to me.
Little bit of a purple sneeze. Let's see how you get on then. Well, so you run out your second level spell slots.
Yeah, did Raksha take the poison damage from before though? From my spell
I do beg
at
your
the end
pardon.
of his turn.
Let me take a look, sir. Bear with me. We'll get that sorted now. So that was Melf's acid arrow, which is 2d4, 5. Okay, pretty average. So we'll take the 5 points damage there from the acid. Thank you for reminding me.
How is he looking in general?
He's looking like a beast. Yeah, he's maybe like lots of wounds everywhere. Kind of like I would say like you're going to have a few more turns of combat for sure. And you want to kind of like, now he's on the ropes, so you could kind of finish this off with a couple of really nice big tasty hits.
I'll go with I'll do magic missile.
Okay, a classic. So magic missile, you don't actually do anything to hit. It just automatically hits. These darts are like heat-seeking missiles that go around into Raksha. So just roll for damage, and we'll see how we do. Because you've got 3 darts.
All 3 on
as well.
him, right? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I mean, unless there's somebody else you want to throw them at, I'm not going to tell you otherwise. But yeah, you go for it.
I do not.
Whoa.
Okay. Not so great damage, but because you've got 3 of them, it triples. So that's 6.
Not bad.
So
It's damage.
6
Something.
6 points of damage, yeah. You know, it's something. It's something. You guys are whittling him down slowly. You see these 3 darts come out of Maikkeruu's staff and onto Raksha, and it kind of like makes him stumble back a little bit, and then goes kind of looking at you guys. The absolute murder in his mind at this point. Scardyginge, over to you.
Oh, could I not do the hat of wizardry thingy?
Oh, yeah.
And
By all means, let's see. So I need you to roll based on your hat of wizardry. You can use a. Let's see if you can. You can find out a an extra cantrip. So roll on the Arcana check for me. So in attributes and then Arcana, and I will get up the wizard spell list for you. And I take it that you want something suitably punchy.
yeah, something that shoots.
Okay. Let's have a think. So, not that. And
I only rolled an 8.
Cantrip. Okay. Oh no, then you don't learn it. But you can
need
keep
10,
on trying
right?
it in the following turns. Yeah, and you could learn Firebolt as an example. That would be a good one to have. So yeah, you'd need 10. Sorry, I was looking in a separate window at the spell list. But for the next turn,
Yeah,
we
that's
can
all
try
right.
and learn Firebolt. Go from there.
Mhm.
Perfect. Okay, new round of combat over to Scardyginge.
So I think I'm just gonna go with the same thing again. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast the Ensnaring Strike.
Awesome. And then roll to hit with the bow, and we'll see how we do.
Ooh,
Hey,
okay.
that's great if you do hit with the bow, yeah. It's a
Yep,
good extra bit of
okay,
damage.
so that-
1. All right, that's good enough.
That's a good hit. Yeah, solid. Okay, so let's see if Raksha can maintain, if he can pull out using all of his strength. Unfortunately, even though the roll was low, Raksha manages to break free. But you can still roll your damage on your normal longbow hit. Let's see what that does, and let's see where it goes from there. So just roll for damage, because you've already hit with the bow. We know you've got
Yep.
6 from the
Sorry.
Ensnaring Strike. That's okay.
7.
So 16 points of damage. That's really good. So you've got 10 from the bow, because you've got the +3 to the bow, and then you've got 6 from the vines. And again, you shoot off, you pull back the bow, and you kind of take aim carefully. You've stood exactly still. An arrow manages to find its way into the cheek of Raksha throughout the other side, and you can kind of see the ensnaring vines kind of wrapping themselves around his teeth, trying to pull him down, but he just chomps through them instantly, and you kind of curses. You know, you're not sure what to do here. But Raksha, guys, is looking on the last legs. Varanus shouts over to you, quickly, attack him now. I'm going to move in and try and subdue the beast, and starts to try and grapple and pull himself up on the beast. That's Varanus' turn. Let's see if you guys can do the damage that he needs. Over to you, Lucario.
All right. I don't know if I can make it here, but let me see.
Let's give it a go,
I
right?
currently have to- Yeah, let's see what kind of damage we do. I'll be a bit more daring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wait.
Now, as a feature,
This.
you have action surge. So on any given turn, you can give yourself an additional action. So you could give yourself 2 attacks on this turn if you wanted to.
Ooh. All right. Then I'll I'll try to swipe twice at his legs and see how much damage I can do here. This might be okay, and because I will be away from Varanus, any AoEs won't be caught here. The worst that can happen is I just get a tail swipe and I get sent into a wall, which is like I'm already against the wall, so it doesn't matter. So let's try rolling. So let's go set the Great Axe and roll. All right, that's
12 is
Ooh.
just a hit, we will say.
All right,
Ooh, okay. Nice.
let's try this out then. 7. That's 11. Nice.
Okay, so that's good.
All right, I can
So
attack one more
let's try
time.
the
Yeah.
second attack, and we'll see what happens here, Lucario.
All right, come on, let's go.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
that's
No, that's not a hit. So you managed to get in a hit on one leg easily, but as you rip back and roll for the second, Raksha manages to stand back. Now Raksha at this point is angry, really angry, and he roars
boy.
back, and suddenly 3 separate small orbs appear from his mouth as he shoots them off. 1,
Oh, no.
2,
Oh, come on.
oh, Maikkeruu. No. Oh,
Great.
So
Hey,
I'm toast. I'm absolutely
Wow,
toast.
Maikkeruu, wow.
hey,
Favoritism.
Maikkeruu. You see how it
The
is?
streamer favoritism. Okay, I see how it is.
guys, come
That's
on.
fine. It's fine.
I knew I would get this. Right, let's let's see how it goes.
Right.
So, I think he's left Maikkeruu because he knows he's the easiest to kill later on, personally. But hey, it's just me.
I'll personally enjoy it.
So I need each of you guys, except RSguyy, who just takes it because he's not going to be able to move regardless. He's asleep. I need you all to roll the dexterity saving throws, please.
Good luck, everybody. Ooh, 20.
Okay, Lucario, good job.
Where do I do that?
So
Ooh,
in the chat, there
22,
should
let's
be
go.
saving throw DC 12 dexterity. That's good as well, Scardyginge. Yep. So Zilandraa, just over to you. Dexterity saving check.
I don't see it.
It's the under the
And
shadow
so-
bomb.
The shadow bomb. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it should be a couple of placemats up, but you can just click on your character and you can just press under attributes. You can just press dexterity instead, and we can do it like that. That's fine. Okay, so Zilandraa will take full damage, and so will the RSguyy. EvilLucario and Scardyginge, you will take half.
Okay, at the very least, there's that.
Oh my goodness.
So EvilLucario takes
Disgusting.
12 points. Zilandraa takes 24.
Oh,
You're
no.
dead, right?
I think I know
Ryan,
what's, I know what's coming.
Scardyginge takes 12 points.
Mhm.
And the RSguyy takes it all. So the RSguyy is knocked unconscious. So we're getting into the realms
no.
of death.
Am I
Saving
not already
throws.
pretty much?
See you later, Ryan.
So I do
It's
get
been
the
nice
saving throws or
knowing
I
you.
don't?
So RSguyy, I need you to roll me a d20, please. Or you can go into your character sheet.
Yeah.
Where the very red big skull is, you just need to press that skull and it will roll a death saving throw for you.
Okay.
The idea is here, if there's 3 successes, then you're awake, and if there's 3 failures, you're dead.
So it's
Oh,
just a normal roll. And how many times am I rolling?
Just once. So open up your character sheet, and where the skull is over your character
Yeah.
portrait, just press that skull.
It's that.
It's a success. Well done. So on each of your turns from now on,
How?
we'll be
What
making
is
a
this
success or a fail.
He has a sign of life, I swear.
If he has a healing
Okay.
point on him, he then comes out of the day. Say he then comes out of it. So, let's
So how many
see
times
if
in a
you
row do I have
wake
to do
up
this?
from 3. If you get a natural 20,
Okay.
you get 2. If you get a natural 1, you also get 2. So it's now your turn. Let's make another success saving throw. Go on, back on. Let's do it. Let's have that success. Come on, I believe in you.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, finally.
It's another one. So, on your next turn, you might be able to get up into this orb of purple stuff that's all around you. Zilandraa,
Hey guys, what's
your
up?
turn.
Well, I don't see anything to heal myself. Do we? But wait, I have. Don't we have rations or something? I see my inventory.
You actually
Potion of
have
healing.
2 potions of healing that you could use. So you could move. I would suggest you move out of the purple stuff.
Well, what if I try
use
to
a
wake up
potion of
RS
healing.
guy and then move?
That would be an action. So if you try and use a medicine check to see if you can wake him up, that will be an action.
And then I can
Yeah,
move
I can give that-
afterwards. Still.
Then you can move afterwards, yeah. Well, actually, do you know what? He's not asleep anymore. He's knocked unconscious. So I would say, yeah, so it's... will he be asleep? He's probably going to be awake when he wakes up after dying. Let's play it like that. So he's not asleep. He's just unconscious. So let's do it like that. Sleep, unconsciousness. That's all the same. Let's see what you come up with afterwards here. So, yeah, let's
So
make a. Well, it's up to you. So you've got a medicine check, which is an action. You've got potion of healing, 2 of them in there, which you could use on yourself.
are those actions?
Because he's
Those are not
unconscious,
actions, no.
because he's just unconscious, you could cast a healing spell on him. They're bonus actions for the potion, sorry. So you could use a bonus action or an action to heal the RS guy, and then he'll be awake. Up to you. There's a lot of different things you could do here.
Not to influence you in any way here, Zilt, but I will do my very best to make it worth your while.
You mean actually like
You're not
His
going to
deception-
drink
His
another purple
deception
wine,
is
are you?
so high. He's trying to do it without
Yeah.
a roll.
Yeah, disadvantage on deception rolls, RS guy, I think, from now on. That's, let's see
So
what we can
I
do.
want to check on him, move, and then drink a potion, and then I still can heal somebody. So the bonus action,
No,
right?
because the action will be so. Drink a potion is a bonus action. Action is medicine, so then you'll be done, but you'll still be able to move.
Oof.
Yeah,
Can I
Tricky
ask a
decisions,
question?
sure.
How is Raksha looking right now?
Last legs.
Okay.
Literally.
So do we
one,
want to
maybe
try for
2
all
hits.
out
Yeet your hammer.
That's
So
kind of
should
what I was
I-
wondering. Like, would it... Yeah.
What if I move and just attack?
Yeah, by all means. Move, attack, either with a spell or with your
Varanus
mace.
could probably do some good damage too. So maybe he can help carry us through.
Varanus has asked that you deal with Raksha while he's trying to subdue.
Yeah,
He's
we
trying
have
to
a few
grapple on
people
it.
ahead of us.
Yeah.
You've got a good. Well, you can see on the initiative order, you've got a good 4 or 5 hits in there before. I personally, at this point, would go all out attack and pick up the RS guy afterwards, because if you think about it, one more of those
Yeah.
big attacks by Raksha, you guys are going to be gone anyway. And I guarantee he'll put all 3 on Maikkeruu this time, honest. So I would just, yeah, I would
I'm
just.
gonna move then. Yeah,
see
I'm
what
gonna
you can
move
do.
out of this purple and go for guiding bolt.
Okay.
I hope this works.
Sorry,
Because
RS
otherwise
guy,
I'm-
but we're gonna go for the kill.
Honestly, it's okay. I'm gonna give my sandwich to somebody else.
Ah.
Whatever it is,
What's my
don't give it
range
to me.
on this?
mean,
I think
the
I can
amount of
shoot him
time
if
you
I.
spent-
There's no.
Yeah,
There's no range. I can
sure.
move. Yeah, so I can just move here.
Yeah, you can move wherever you
And I
want.
go
Then
for-
guiding bolt.
All right.
We could,
First
with all
levels,
the
what's
amount of
it- what
time
was-
with cheese sandwiches, it's almost holy Jesus at this point. Am I right?
All right, I'm gonna roll for hit.
Definitely get. Oh,
Oh God.
Oh.
this is not great.
Unfortunately, no go. I'm afraid. Yeah, that does not hit.
We went for it.
You tried,
Okay,
gold star.
I have a bonus
Anticipation
action
award,
still.
Well done. You do have a bonus action still, yeah.
So I'm gonna go for healing potion.
Mhm.
Potion of healing.
Sure, go for it. No, he's on himself.
Well, I don't think I'm
Go for
within
it. 2d4
range to use
plus
it
2.
on anybody.
I know.
Correct,
I know.
yeah,
I'm
you
just
need
joking.
to be next to them to pour it in.
Just throw it in me. I'll catch it with my mouth. Never mind.
That was max cool.
Heck yeah.
Well, that works.
Okay. So that's a great heal, to be fair. Top notch. So you go
Nice.
up to 16 points. Well done. Perfect. Okay. So over to Maikkeruu. Can you finish this off, Maikkeruu?
I'm
Please.
gonna
I
use my
believe.
hat to start. See if I can get my firebolt. Is firebolt a
Yeah,
level 1
do it.
action?
Yeah, it's a cantrip, so you'll be fine. Let's roll an Arcana check. You need 10 or more. You only need to
So-
roll 5 or more on this,
Mm.
and then I'll add the
And
spell
then-
into you.
Yes.
Hey.
Let's go.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna add Firebolt into your spellbook. Bear with me 1 second. Just like that, you should be able to see Firebolt. Go ahead and cast, sir.
Well,
Straight at
go.
Raksha.
Oh,
Oh!
Oh.
On the
No.
plus side, there were some squirrels that were in this tree. They're now on fire. Good job. So that's pretty solid.
Food?
Food? Yeah, could be food. Food. Scardyginge, over to you.
Yes. I'm going to move out of the purpleness. I do not like the purple at this time. And I think instead of trying to cast the ensnare this time, I think I'm just going to go ahead and hit with my longbow and
for
pray
it,
to
yeah.
the gods, Zamorak, that it's going to win and kill him. So let's go.
Pray to Zamorak. I
We'll
like it,
Zamorak,
yeah.
heretic.
Plus 5, let's go.
Ooh,
Hey, it's a
20
great
to
hit.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
Could this be it?
Oh.
Let's have a look.
Nope.
With the final
tried.
bowstring. No! Scardyginge, your final bow shot hits into the eye of Raksha, falls down onto his front knees with a giant onto the floor. Varanus
My job here
carries
is done.
over the vials. Varanus carries over the vials of liquid to Raksha, begins to chain Raksha up. Varanus becomes poisoned himself from that, heals over. You guys, you're beginning to chain up Raksha. It's as if your movements are taking over. You begin to take him into a nearby temple enclosure. Inside, you kind of make sure that Raksha's all locked up. He's there underneath this giant grate in the ceiling. And at that point, you guys, kind of not knowing what's going on, and you wake up in the temple. Back where you were, surrounding this grate. Now, after RSguyy wakes up from his epic sleep,
Whew.
you guys look down
Welcome
this
back.
grate, and sure enough, there's purple down there. There are these purple vials, and you can kind of hear something sleep. What would you guys like to do? Remembering the
RSguyy should
original...
drink another one.
Well, he's going to have to get down there to do it.
Oh, we're gonna have to get that purple liquid
Sure.
somehow.
We need to get.
So-
the
We're
You
gonna,
purple
yeah,
guys
we're gonna have
sure.
to go down there.
You
We
kind
have
of
to
look
go
at
there
rope.
eventually. It's like, yeah, we did have rope,
Unfortunately,
actually.
there's just nothing inside. You can't get through the grate. You head back outside the temple. Sure enough, there's another grate. You look inside, and you can hear the ancient slumbering snoring. It's as if you know this creature, this beast that's within. You open up the crate. The crate. You open up the grate. You head inside. Sure enough, you find those purple vials, and next to them asleep is Raksha, chained up from many thousand years ago. And just as you all put two and two together, a purple haze falls over you, and you all fall asleep deep within the lair of Raksha. So, that's the adventure done, guys.
Oh wow!
If you would like to try out Raksha for yourself, Raksha is available live on the RuneScape servers next Monday. Make sure that you check it out on the 7th. It's there for you guys to try it. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all enjoyed the Dungeons and Dragons, something a little bit different from RuneScape. And hopefully you guys in the future will all get the chance to try it again. So, that's our adventurers. Unfortunately, although they managed to defeat Raksha in the past, who's to say if they can defeat him in the present? Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate having you guys here, and I wish you all the best on your adventures against Raksha.
Yeah, thank you. That was fun.
Thank you for having us. It was
Thank
so
you
much
very
fun.
much for having us.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm actually
It was
having a little bit of
fantastic.
an interest in
Absolute
D&D.
pleasure.
Yes.
Kind of was
Some-
like playing it by ear, but I might have to look into it in more detail in the future.
Sure.
I think we
Perfect.
should continue this. It was a lot of fun.
Ah,
Same time
okay.
next week.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. We'll talk to
Maybe
RuneScape.
Ryan,
We'll see
yeah,
what
maybe Ryan won't sleep the whole time and we won't have to, carry him again.
Look,
Maybe it'll
I needed
change.
a nap.
Hey.
All right, it's fine. Sometimes you just need a fat nap, and you do what you got to do.
Could have
Ryan,
bumped him, to be
Carrying
fair.
to a whole new level, right?
The amount-
right, Ryan?
The amount of combat
Honestly,
you managed to
you carry me
avoid
like this
is
all the time.
impressive.
Yeah.
we had terrible hits.
At the very least, we were
Yeah.
able to dodge basically every single shadow bomb, so that's really, really good.
It's very good. Well done, guys. Well,
Wait, so does this mean that I officially have the first, Raksha kill in the game?
oh,
Since I was the one that landed that final
official
blow?
first Raksha kill. We'll have to see. Guys heard it here
Yes,
first.
guys.
Okay. Well, look, guys, thank you again. We look forward to seeing you in future streams, and thank you so much. Really appreciate the time tonight. Thanks very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.